Got a tilt between the Nashville Predators, and they'll be hosting the winless so far Edmonton Oilers. Isn't that crazy? I know it's only 2 games, but it's the fashion that the Oilers have lost in both defeats coming against the Vancouver Canucks. And meanwhile, the Predators, kind of about where we expected them to be. Even strength defense, for the most part, has been great for them. And they did pick up a victory against the Seattle Kraken. But of course, with Andrew Brunette as their head coach, they want to make a good impression on him nice and early. So welcome. It's fantastic to have you here. Anybody new here, we cover the entire NHL. We're going to be doing some live streams like these throughout the rest of the season, through the postseason and beyond. So it's fantastic to have you here, whether Edmonton, Nashville, or any other team is the one that you support. So welcome. All right, we got Samantha. We've got Ethan. Wow, all of a sudden I'm sweating. I know I have to put on a show. We got Dean here. New Jersey benched Timo Meier. Really? I know that he hasn't been scoring any goals so far. But I didn't know that was enough to warrant a benching. But when your forward core is stacked as much as theirs is, it's actually not as hard to sit somebody down. Except that's bad when he just signed, an 8-year extension and is the highest paid player on that team. Nick, hey man, congrats. The Hawks are looking good so far. 2-2. They've had to play some games on the road to start the year. No point for Bedard last night, but you beat Toronto. And, you held serve. Alex Vlasic, I didn't watch him in that game. I was listening to your recap. Sounds like he had another good game. Against Montreal, though, the guy's kind of a beast. Not just physically, but he plays his position really well. So good job on Junior Pickles over there. And, yeah, we'll see again if Edmonton can kind of crawl itself out of a hole here, as they are one of the favorites to come out of the Western Conference. To a lot of people out there, especially with the second half of the season that they had, they were expected to, get to the Stanley Cup in the Western Conference. Anyway, this game, of course, will start closer to it'll start closer to about 8:15 Eastern. So just hold tightly, especially because we have, both the Canadian and the American national anthem. You'll be at the United Center Saturday for the home opener. Oh, man, I bet you're fired up, especially with the team playing decently so far. I mean, I think that things are going even better than expectations to start out. But, the Hawks have done that before in recent years, right? All right. And, of course, y'all can vote in our poll. I was wondering who you think is going to win tonight's contest, so you can cast your vote there, and then we'll close the poll upon the first goal. I just made a rhyme there. How about that? Hopefully some other people pour in here. Yeah, we've got a lot of games around the NHL tonight, so we'll be sure to, certainly keep you guys posted on what those scores are. The red carpet will be fun. So do you get to is that literally, you hang out, there's a stanchion in front of you, and then the players, they'll sign some stuff, they'll give high fives, they'll be, dressed to the nines, obviously. That's what I would think that is. But yeah, full slate of games tonight. This was one I was looking forward to. Right now, we got the Flyers on top of the Vancouver Canucks by a score of 2-0. So we'll see if Vancouver can beat a team that's not Edmonton. The Minnesota Wild are up 2-0 against the Montreal Canadiens. They must have been pissed off after that defeat they suffered against the Leafs. Sabres, that's another team that should have some fire in their bellies. Right now, they have a 2-0 lead on the Lightning, who, without Vasilevsky, their goaltending has been a bit of a liability. Coyotes and Islanders are tied. The Yotes last night put up a great fight against the Rangers, but fell in the third period there. The Oilers and Predators are a featured game for tonight. We also have the Los Angeles Kings and the Winnipeg Jets, a rematch of the first round of the playoffs last year, and that's the Avalanche against the Kraken. Philip Grubauer once again taking on his former team, and same with Andrei Burakovsky. And then, of course, the latest game that we have, we have 2 of them. So at 10:30 Eastern, we've got a rematch of last year's Western Conference Final between the Golden Knights and the Stars. Stars only playing their second game of the season. The Golden Knights, the only team right now that's 3-0. And the last game, of course, we've got my San Jose Sharks taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Canes coming off a loss in Anaheim, so I imagine that they probably got a decent tongue lashing, or at least a lecture there from Coach Brindamore. I think they'll come out sharp in that game, but it could be fairly low scoring. I can't wait to see if the Sharks are starting Blackwood. Go Stars! Go Stars. Go do it, buddy. All right. So I got to flip over to this here. Yeah, here we go. I got to get to my live programming. And Ethan, nice to see you on here, dude. And Justin, hello. Good evening. Let me know how's the season starting out for you. All right. Let's see if I can get this broadcast here. Ah, beautiful. Looks like we're golden there. And yeah, man, I hope that we get some goals in this game. I'm sure that with the Oilers, that won't be a problem. Only question is, can they keep the puck out of their net? I don't even know. I don't know who's starting tonight either. But some people would say it doesn't really make the biggest of differences, does it? Brandon Riley, hello, hello. Speaking of Nashville, I'm rocking my reverse retro 1.0, my beautiful Pecorine. I don't know if you can. Well, I'm too lazy to get up right now, but here we go. Got the Pecorine jersey. With the amazing, amazing stretchy silver on top. It's a beautiful jersey. So comfortable, so silky. Looking decent for the Red. Yeah, they got the shutout last night. You guys are looking good. I mean, Reimer got a shutout for you guys. I wasn't even thinking he'd have a single one all season long. So that's great. Love the hat. Oh, thanks, Robbie. Yeah, I mean, I was like, well, I don't have a hat for either team. I mean, I have a Predators beanie, but I don't feel like it's beanie weather right now. At least not this time of day, maybe early in the morning. And Cortana here is chilling out, of course. Hey, Ethan, how you doing? When will I be streaming an Islanders game? Well, okay, let's take a look at their schedule. Because I basically on Saturday I put up some games that we could possibly be live for. And a couple of people were like, "What about the Predators and Bruins game?" And I'm like, "Okay, well we do have some Preds fans here, so I thought let's get them next." So based on what you said there, and not to mention Ethan here, the other Ethan, right? Yeah, the other Ethan in our chat is also an Islanders fan. Not to mention my dog Cortana. That's her favorite team, right? Cortana, you like the Islanders? Yeah. So yeah, why don't we take a look and see what their schedule looks like for the next few games? I want to get I want to find something that ideally has the Islanders and a team that I know has a pretty big following here. If not the biggest deal, but let's take a look at this. So let's see here. Yeah, we'll see what we can do about the Isles here. Oh, their next game. It's kind of hard looking at this on only half of my screen. Yeah, the Sabres, man. I can't believe they beat them. Oh, Friday they've got the Devils, man. I do that one. I actually have a commitment then, though, so I don't want to make any broken promises. Saturday they're playing the Buffalo Sabres in a rematch. I'll have to take a look at my schedule here, but that's not out of the realm of possibility. We might be able to do Islanders Sabres on Sunday. That's a 4-day gap. That's good for me. I don't know if I'll be doing this every day, to be frank, but I'll certainly have the pipes for that. So I'm going to consider that we could maybe do Saturday, October 21st, Isles and Sabres. Besides, I like watching Sabres. Hey, we're going to get underway. Wow. I didn't think this game would start this soon. All right, here we go. Holy man. Title are playing together. Campbell's in net tonight. All right. Anyway, we are underway from Bridgestone Arena. What a great place to watch an NHL game. I've been there myself. It's been a few years, but I would absolutely love to go back. All right. So here comes McDavid out of his zone. Try to hand it off to Draisaitl, but turns it over. Now Philip Forsberg from center ice. A little bit of a reverse hit there on Evan Bouchard. Very entertaining puck moving defenseman. And the Oilers come through the Nashville zone around the net for Saros. Plays it out to his defenseman. A little bump pass in the neutral zone that gets intercepted by Warren Fogle. And he charges into the Predators zone as Carrier evades him. Working into the neutral zone, but turned over there to Darnell Nurse. And charging in, the Predators maybe a chance here. That could have been almost a penalty shot, but a very fortunate play. No call there. As charging in was, I believe, Cole Smith. Was that Cole Smith? 26 or 36? Oh, Philip Tomasino. Okay, Tomasino's 26. Cole Smith is 36. All right, now here comes Tomasino. Dumps it into the Edmonton corner. A battle there between Spokane native Derek Ryan and a Predator, and the Oilers are able to bump this out. A back pass, an errant one from Nugent Hopkins, but that gives the Oilers a chance to change up. All right, here comes Thomas Novak. Great breakout season for him last year. Gabbro into the corner, and there's Philip Broberg. So he's playing and not Vincent Desharnais. Scooped along by Ryan McLeod. Charging in is Dylan Holloway against Yossi. Takes a body check there in the corner. Rims around to the top of the zone, slapped in by Kulak. Ryan. And now Kulak, a shot wide of Saros. Picked up by Holloway. Funnels it back to the point, but actually it gets through the stick of whoever was back there. I guess Kulak in this case. Campbell's going to have to play this from behind his net. In the corner of the Edmonton Oilers zone, they're able to get the clear in from center ice. Ryan having a little bit of difficulty with the puck there. We get a battle along the boards. And regrouping there is Kulak. Ekholm bumping this up ice. He's got Ryan along the wing. Good check there by the Nashville defender. I did not see who that was. Nearly a chance in front of the net there for Edmonton. And Cole Smith able to shield the puck and hand it off for Lazon. The Predators evade some dangers there. And now Bouchard's going to regroup from behind his net with under 3 minutes gone by. Now with Speed McDavid coming into the zone, but good support there from all sorts of yellow sweaters there. Predators gold, excuse me. Oh yeah, by the way, go Rangers. Go Texas Rangers, the Fighting Bochies. That's what we like to see. Best of luck to them. I hope they can finish things off. And Preds get a clear here. Now Kane. Almost turned over in the neutral zone, but here comes Forsberg in the slot. Backhander and a save from Campbell. A chance there for the Preds. Back the other way comes Kane. To his wing for Nurse. Chance in front of the net. Glances off the pad of Saros. All right. All right, Brandon. Catch you later. Battle in the neutral zone. O'Reilly comes up with it. Signed in the off season. And somebody had lost their stick and Saros picked it up. From center ice, Hyman stripped there by Tomasino, but turned over and dumped back into the Nashville corner. Around the net, Hyman charging in. Oilers trying to find the point here. It's worked over to Nurse. A shot, some traffic in front of the net, knocked down. And now Yossi knuckles one over to Tomasino. Takes a hit, but dumps the puck in. Around the net, played by Darnell Nurse. Fed up ice. I looked like Nugent Hopkins there. A chance. Oh, off a turnover saved by Campbell. Off of, couldn't see who that was. This, by the way, the first game for Matthias Ekholm, returning back to Bridgestone Arena. You're so happy that the Leafs let Campbell walk. I mean, I like the guy. He's had a very good career. I like him as at the most a 1A, but yeah, last year was just atrocious for him, unfortunately. Chance at the point maybe for Barry. Looking for somebody in front. He's got Sissons. Sissons leads the team in goals, by the way, with 3 so far. And Ethan, I believe that game against the Sabres, the next one, I should say, is on Saturday. That's what the website is saying here. 14 on Nashville. Who's that? Oh, yeah, Gustav Nyquist. That's right. Nyquist is on their team now. All right, so 58% had the Predators winning this game. A face-off that kicks out of the Edmonton zone. And back the other way comes Ryan. But might have been a high touch or something. We get a whistle. Who's the worst NHL player I've ever watched? Holy. I mean, one that is always ingrained in my brain. He just never worked out for the Sharks, and I was looking forward to seeing him so much was Alexei Semenov, which is a huge, huge defender, probably at least 6'5". Another one would be like Adam Burrish. I think he was with Chicago and he won a cup with them, but he came to San Jose. He was not good. And same with Ben Eager. So a couple disappointing players who used to get under our skin. All right, Novak, top of the Oilers zone, a handoff to Barry. Back to Novak, a shot, and an easy save by Campbell at the edge of his crease. Good job by the Edmonton defense. I don't know how many times we'll say that tonight, but a good job with keeping the net front traffic out of the eyes of Campbell. NCAA football '09. Oh, geez. That sounds that sounds horrific. It's just a game. All right. Chance from the point, maybe for Carrier. He's going to hand this off, and they were trying to do a give and go, but it rims around the Oilers' net, scooped up by Nashville at the goal line. Parson in. Oh, it takes a big shove there. Picked up by Draisaitl. He's going to kind of pull up, and Forsberg actually got a piece of it, and so the Preds can actually regain the zone. Bouchard off the dump in. Round for Kane. And charging ahead, there is Bouchard. A back pass and a bad decision there from Draisaitl. He thought that he could get that through a couple of defenders onto the other wing. Ekholm on the re-entry, a shot, pad save easily by Saros, steered aside. And now comes Cody Glass. Gets around Kane. Little back pass and intercepted by Draisaitl. That one intended for Yossi. Maybe a chance in transition here for the Oilers. Draisaitl, big back pass. McDavid, almost had a chance to shoot, but a great back check there by Dante Fabro, trying to send it off the boards over to Glass. The Preds are able to evade what could have been a pretty good chance for McDavid. A pad save by Campbell off the stick of Fabro. Predators sending more traffic in front of the net. Novak is going to have to regroup from neutral zone and intercepted by Draisaitl. Favorite NHL coach? Barry Trotz was a big favorite of mine back in the day, with Nashville and also with oh geez, that could be a tripping, and also with the Capitals and Islanders. I thought that was horrible how I got fired, but also I love Rod Brind'Amour. I don't know if he's the best at actually like the X's and O's, but the dude is, you know, if you are someone who just comes into an organization with a great degree of discipline, he will, he'll be like you'll be like a son to him. So I do love Brind'Amour. Uh, your dad loves Barry Trotz, right on. Yeah, it's cool to see him, stay in the Predators organization, even if he's not behind the bench anymore. But that cup run of his with the Capitals was something else, wasn't it? I loved like how he'd go out there and skate the lap, and he would take like a almost scrub Predators team and turn them into, just a team that got under your skin and eventually would win some rounds in the playoffs and never got the Stanley Cup by any means, but he did a lot with not all that much. Looks like the Preds are doing a video tribute now to Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm serving how many years with the Preds? Maybe about 8 years. Ekholm, Matthias, has been playing in the Predators organization since 2012. Wow, so over a decade. With Nashville, he played in 719 games with 268 points, a plus 104. That's pretty impressive. I know it doesn't mean everything. With just under 22 minutes of time on ice per game. He once finished 10th for the Norris Trophy back in 2019. So yeah, I mean, was he Shea Weber? Was he Roman Yossi? No, but he wasn't all that far behind them. Huh, I wonder why it's so quiet here. And now he waves to the crowd from the bench. And PA announcer, whoever that is, thanking him for his time in Smashville, and Barry Trotz is at the game, and from one of the, luxury boxes, he gives a standing ovation, as do some of the fans. Oh, no, 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 Ekholm's still playing. He got traded to the Oilers in the trade deadline, last year, but, he meant a lot to the Preds, obviously, having, spent over a decade there. Although I find it weird that the lower bowl has a lot of empty seats. I mean, I've been to a game on, like, a Monday night, although this was a few years ago when they were still pretty darn good. Huh, and that place was packed. Alright. Well, actually, we got a, Oilers power play coming up here. Alright, here we go. From the faceoff circle, a one-timer looking for Draisaitl. That was saved by Saros, but kept in by the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins, a back pass to the point. He's got Bouchard, a shot blocked immediately. Still in the zone, though, and here is McDavid down to the half boards, to the goal line, circling behind the net. Kicks it back to Nugent Hopkins, and now here's Bouchard at the faceoff dot. Draisaitl thought about the one-timer, and not a lot of shooting here. Oh, a one-touch pass and a score by Draisaitl. Nice feed from the goal line there by Zach Hyman, and the Oilers jump on top 1-0 with that nearly unstoppable power play. Yeah, I didn't see what that penalty could have been. The broadcast team was too distracted by the video tribute there. But Cortana will distract her with a goal treat. But yeah, was that a one-touch pass from Hyman down low? Yeah, and Draisaitl had penetrated the defense. Here we go. Favorite defunct NHL team logo. My favorite's the North Stars, actually. Like, people would probably say the Whalers is the I mean, if we're talking about defunct team, but not defunct franchise, I'd probably say the North Stars. Although, like, a lot of people would say the, Whalers, I'm totally cool with that. Totally cool with that. I can see why, but I just like the North Stars one more. Alright, let's see if the Predators can answer back here. Oh, almost a chance in the high slot there. Traffic in front of the net, and a hand pass. So we'll get a face-off momentarily. Uh, how how is Cortana doing, or how old is Cortana? Well, she's doing great. She is actually gonna be 10 in January, and I've had her ever since she was about 6 months old. So, she was my baby girl when I first got her. I adopted her, and, she will always be my baby girl. Alright, off the face-off, here come the Oilers through the neutral zone, but this could go for icing. Actually, it'll be waved off. Ryan in the corner. Good pressure there from Novak. Spinning away from the defense there was, Yanmark. Yeah, that's right. And now a chance at the point maybe for CC. Trying to cycle it along. Ryan couldn't quite keep the puck in the zone. Maybe a chance in transition. Here come the Preds. The back pass. A shot from the slot. And a save by Campbell off the stick of Novak. And now we're going to get a cross check here. So delayed penalties to the Oilers. Cycling the puck there. Down to the goal line. Novak. One timer and a save by Campbell. Still alive though. As Saros has left his net and the Preds have the extra attacker. Now Lozon hands it off for Forsberg. Thinks about the shot. Here comes Forsberg to the goal line. Hands in the slot. Still hanging on to it. Sherwood, Kiefer Sherwood. From behind the net, played out to the point. Lozon couldn't keep it in. And yet, they still have possession here. So, still a delayed penalty coming up. Oh, God. Best NHL all time jerseys worst to first. That would probably be a 3-hour video. Now Lozon, hassled by a back checker there for the Oilers, but the Preds are still actually able to hold on to this. This is one of the longest delayed calls I've I've ever seen. And now they're going to regroup all the way from their own red line, their own goal line, I should say. Tomasino, back pass, and that gets picked up. And we're finally going to get the call here. That's going to be a cross check from what I saw. Thomas Novak, the one drawing it, and to the box. We shall see. Most boring NHL game. Hold on. Yeah, Darnell Nurse is going to be in the box for cross checking. The most boring game. I mean, probably any game in the late 1990s where there wasn't a fight because the scoring was so low. Best hockey rinks in the NHL, worst to first. That's pretty cool, but I mean, I don't think I'll ever make a video like that unless I actually go to all the rinks. I got it. That's the only way to fairly do it, I think. So, why isn't YouTube telling people that I'm live right now? This is not very fun to sorry, to not get the normal twisters in here that we usually get. Besides you fantastic people. I'm just saying, like, usually we have, a couple dozen people hanging out with us at least. I've been kind of on a kick with YouTube recently. Just it's been really awful. But anyway, we're at a commercial break. We'll get the Predators power play when we come back, and we'll see if they can equalize after Leon Draisaitl starts the scoring. I don't know what's your favorite arena that you guys have been to? Have you been to more than just your favorite teams, or which rink do you want to go to most? Right. Personally, I don't have like one that is so far above all the other ones, but I really want to see. I want to see Montreal. Because there's so much culture around that. Oh yeah, that's right, Danelle, the reverse retro 1.0 with the stretchy silver shoulders. Try to say that fast. Stretchy silver shoulders. I love it. The best all-star jerseys from worst to first. Yeah, you know what? We actually did a tier rankings for that, with the members one time. You wanna see, UBS Arena? I wanna see UBS Arena when the, Lightning or when the, Highlanders fans are heckling the Lightning or whoever is in the building. Uh, yeah, Cortana's a good girl. She's very patient, and I always exercise her. Rails, what's going on? How you doing, man? Uh, how do you like the start to the season for LA so far? The Ducks anniversary. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of how those jerseys or uniforms are necessarily designed, but I just love seeing the Ducks wearing the eggplant out there because they had the eggplant helmets too, right? Like, I think that's great. Anyway, here's Novak on the power play, a shot and a glove save there by Campbell. No traffic in front of him. By the way, 45 seconds had gone by with that power play. You want to go to the Shark Tank? Yeah, Riley. Probably wait. I would say wait a few years. You want to go when it's sold out, honestly. And we're not even able to sell out opening night very well. Let's see here. How old is Cortana? She is going to be 10 in January. All right. We got a face off here. Colton Sissons. And now worked for Novak, a stretch pass. One timer, Yossi, almost knocked down in front there by O'Reilly. Hanging on are the Preds here. Oh, Yossi gets rocked there. A chance, maybe in transition. McDavid. Oh, trying to shake and bake around the back checker, but Carrier, great job. Actually, Forsberg, that is on the back check, ran into McDavid and knocked that puck loose. Back the other way come the Preds. 45 seconds left in the power play. Yossi. And a back pass here, looking for Tomasino. Shoots and doesn't quite get through. And maybe another chance here for McDavid, but he's a bit tired from this shift. He's going to actually knock this puck as the Preds try to work it back up ice. And now with 20 seconds left, the Preds have maybe one more rush in the tank for them. And back pass here, maybe a chance, but that gets blocked immediately. Preds hanging on here with Barry to the other side, and a chance in front on a tip play that went just wide of Campbell. And now we're getting back to even strength. Maybe one last shot for the Preds here. A chance in front of the net, and a nice pad save there by Campbell. And a back pass. Oh, what a great feed there to Barry, but a good block from Nurse off of his bid. A good penalty killing from the Oilers, and some pretty easy goaltending there for Jack Campbell, as he didn't have very much in the way of screens. Nyquist, a shot, and that goes just wide of the Edmonton net, scooped up here by Draisaitl. I keep thinking that 14 is Ekholm when I look at the yellow jerseys out there, but of course that's not him. That's Nyquist. Me here. How you doing, man? Did you see any of those highlights of the Abs and the Sharks with Mackenzie Blackwood? Blackwood almost became just the 13th goalie to record a shutout of at least 50 saves. Literally, the Abs scored on their 50th shot. All right. Now in transition, is that McDavid? Here he comes. That's actually Nugent Hopkins. A shot off the blocker of Saros. Retrieved very nicely there by Draisaitl. Fed to the point. Draisaitl out the circle. A shot. Some traffic in front of the net. An easy tip in by Zach Hyman. And just like that, it's 2-0 Oilers. Wow. That's goal for Draisaitl. And now Hyman, who assisted on the Draisaitl goal, gets on the board. But yeah, just a great retrieval there from Draisaitl. And then he had a wide open passing lane. It glanced off of a teammate's stick and it found Zach Hyman with Juuse Saros out of position. There's nothing he can do about that. So 2-0 Oilers. The problem for them isn't scoring goals, it's keeping it out of the net. So far, that hasn't been too big of an issue in this contest. 6:10 left here in the first period. Maybe a chance for Evangelista, and it glanced off a stick. Oh, you're welcome, Ethan. All right. Evangelista keeping the possession alive. Back to the point there. He's got Fabro. And now dumped down by Evangelista behind the net. Good support there defensively by the Oilers. Behind the net, Cece trying to pry it loose from Thomas Novak. Finds its way out to Yossi. Now at the point, Yossi actually working from the circle. Spinning away from McLeod. Good backhander into the slot, except nobody's there. And chasing it down will be Connor Brown. New Oiler Connor Brown. Trying to shake two defenders in the Predators' corner. O'Reilly there to support. McDavid comes charging in as well. He scoops it up. Connor McDavid in the slot. A shot and a big pad save from Saros. Otherwise, this game could be getting out of hand. Still behind the net. And now Evangelista trying to back pass it off the boards. A little bit of difficulty getting out of the zone, though. And now Bouchard. McDavid and Draisaitl now regaining the Predator zone. Behind the net. McDavid finding the point, a one-timer, but scooped into the trapper there from Juuse Saros. Will I watch the Sharks and the Canes? Yeah. Blackwood was God mode. Absolutely. It was so fun watching that. I mean, of course, I want him to keep playing like that so we can trade him. But yeah, will I watch the Sharks and the Canes? Yeah. I mean, I'm not expecting anything from San Jose, although, they've played Carolina tough the last few years in just about all of their contests. And, I haven't watched the Canes so far this year, and, I'm cheering for them. And, of course, I want to see Brent Burns out there, so that's a pretty good incentive to watch this game, no matter what the score is. So, yeah, I'll be doing that. All right, do we have any score updates to report? Of course we do. Of course we do. All right. Philly. The Flyers have been a tough out so far. They're holding on to a 2-0 lead against Elias Pettersson and the Vancouver Canucks. Only 4.5 minutes left in that contest. The Minnesota Wild have a 3-1 lead on the Montreal Canadiens. We'll get into the goal scorers, I guess, during intermission, then we can really go through the numbers there. Buffalo holding on to a 2-0 lead just a few minutes into the second period against the Lightning. The Islanders strike first against the Arizona Coyotes. And just underway, or recently underway, I should say, from Winnipeg, we've got the Kings scoreless with your Winnipeg Jets. All right. I think this was the last. I want to say it was the last commercial break of the first period here. It's going by fast. That's good. Huh. The Predators are first in the NHL in expected goals. I never thought I would see that. All right, face off in the Predator zone, but we're going to get a redraw here. All right, Oilers win this one. McDavid from the top of the circle down low and through some six. Ekholm trying to punch that out. And now Sisson's getting the clear for Nashville. All the way down it goes. Yeah, so besides the Sharks, my next favorite team is the Hurricanes. Um, I've liked the Canes for several years, basically since Brindamore took over. And then they really became my true number two last year. And I've liked Florida for the last like 5 years. And Seattle, that's probably another one that I watch a decent amount of just because, they're the quickest drive. Oh, I'll have a turnover there. But unfortunately, 75 in yellow couldn't quite tuck that through. Who is that anyway? 75 Nashville. Yuso Parsonen. There we go. Yeah. But of course, like with my yeah, there we go, Ethan. Go Kraken. So wait, does that mean you like the Islanders and the Kraken? Am I following? Uh, so you're a big Jordan Everly fan. Rick, welcome to the stream. You're at this game. Oh, no way. That's right. That's right. You do live around Smashville. Oh, shot from the point trickled through that Campbell covers up. So Campbell looking good so far. Not the most difficult of stops to make, but he's doing what he has to do. All right. Well, cool. Thanks. I love it when people tap in when they're actually at these games. We've already had that happen a few times in the preseason and in this regular season. So that's awesome. It's actually it's a really cool feeling to have, and people would actually, because you're so distracted by everything around you. All right. Now McDavid. Now Kulak at the point. Wide of the net. Oh, almost a chance in front for Hyman. He probably was so surprised that it was just about on his stick that he wasn't able to steer it around. He was just like, wait, what is this doing here? And rimming it around the Nashville or the Oilers net. 3:20 here left in the first period. Hyman taking a ride there from Fabro. Oh, almost chance in the slot and a score. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful play. And Warren Fogle setting up Ryan Nugent Hopkins. And we've got ourselves a game that, even though Nashville is leading in shots 14-9, this thing is kind of getting out of hand with how easy the Oilers are making some of these scores look. Just like that. Ugh. Oh wow. Islander. Wow. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there, Ethan. The Penguins are one of your 5 favorite teams. That's interesting because the Penguins and the Islanders had one hell of a rivalry for quite some time there, both in the '70s and in the '90s. All right, Cortana gets a treat. All right. Oh boy, 3 minutes left here in the second period. Big hit there. 21. Oh, Adam Ernie. That's right, Adam Ernie. He laid a big hit there, and he's going to the ice with Cole Smith. I forgot Adam Ernie's on the Oilers. I think did he win a cup with Tampa? I know he was on the team a few years ago, obviously. Hmm. So those guys are actually going to get fighting penalties. It's not just roughing. Ernie and Cole Smith. But yeah, Smith was or Ernie was just finishing his check there on Tyson Berry, and Cole Smith said, "No, I've had enough of that." I don't even know how you keep track of all those teams, Rick. That's a tall order. I mean, I have a hard time just keeping up with my favorite teams, my like two or three. All right, this one is contested in the neutral zone, and the Oilers are actually able to bump the loose puck to make the Predators regain the zone here. The dump and chase not quite working. McDavid. So yeah, Nugent Hopkins, Drysaitel, and Hyman with the goals so far for the Oilers. McDavid, Kane, and McDavid a chance in alone. Here comes McDavid. He scores. Oh my goodness. Saros is getting no help whatsoever. My God. This is just an onslaught. 4 goals already? Boy. Yeah, he had almost tripped up against McDonough, and he just caught up to the puck again and gets it by the pad of Saros. They'll probably pull Saros. I do that, even though he's getting no help out there. All right. Puck behind the Oilers net here. Under 2 to play. Nugent Hopkins trying to pry it loose. Still in the zone. Worked back to the point. O'Reilly. And now Glass. Forsberg, I should say. Trying to keep it around Ernie, and he actually strips him there. Now into the Predators' zone, but tracked down by Fabro. And in transition, here comes Yossi. Pulling up. Shielding himself around from the defender. Barry to absolutely nobody. Nuge flips it into the neutral zone for the line change here. And now here comes. Uh, and back the other way comes Fogel into the Predators' corner. Hyman. And a loose puck is going to be scooped up here by Sherwood in the neutral zone. And to nobody, Kulak's going to fire this. Can the Oilers get a fifth here? They're smelling blood in the water. Hyman takes a kind of a difficult or a tough hit there from Lausanne. No cross check or anything like that. Fogel, 35 seconds remaining now. And the Preds are offside here with an even 30 left. And Cortana barked. You might never hear her bark, but yeah, it's very rare. Aaron, how you doing, man? Yo, good luck tonight against my Sharks. I'm hoping that should anybody get on the board in white and red, that first and foremost, it's one Brent Burns. And if you do triumph, I will not complain. I will not complain whatsoever. All right, 20 seconds left. Dumped down by Nyquist. CC evades the pressure, cycles it along. He was looking for Kane. The Oilers get the clear at center ice. And the Preds are going to settle this one. And like I said, there are definitely some empty seats to start this game. And I'm surprised I don't hear a bunch of boos, frankly. But yeah, that's going to get us to first intermission. Oh my God. McDavid, Drysaitel, Hyman, Nugent Hopkins. Some big names on the board for the Oilers as they are ticked off after dropping their first 2 games of the season to the Vancouver Canucks and conceding a total of 12 goals. Wow. Wowee. All right. Well, I guess let's take a look and see what else is happening around the NHL. Woo! This game. All right. So we got a final. Actually, you know what? I think we can probably do this. I can probably present my screen so then that way you can follow along with me on the box scores. There we go. There we go. Let's see if we can get this guy working, eh? Yeah. All right. Let's try this out. All right. Boom. You have partial season tickets. Nice. You're gonna be announcing for a college hockey team? Well, shoot, that's wicked exciting. You're gonna hey, if you get online for that, you gotta let me know. I gotta hear those pipes, man. Congratulations. But something tells me that I've heard about this before from you, but maybe I'm just wishful thinking here. All right, so we got this one in the books here. The Philadelphia Flyers. Now, I wish they would show their record here, but the Flyers pumped 42 shots on goal, and their first goal is off the stick of Zamula, who I think I only heard about him for the first time during their first game. Couturier, hey, welcome back, man. I know Couturier's had a tough couple of seasons, but he gets on the board for the Flyers as I would assume Carter Hart gets the shutout against the Vancouver Canucks. So in this game, yeah, Carter Hart saving all 20, pardon me, 25 shots. Scott Laughton's got 3 assists already through a few games. That's good for him. And for Vancouver, Demko was under siege, but he still stops 40 out of 42. That's pretty damn good. You can't complain about that. Did McDavid score? Yes, he did. He got the 4th goal for the Oilers. So goals from Draisaitl, Hyman, Nuge, and now Draisaitl. Or McDavid, excuse me. But yeah, 97 is on the board. All right. So Philadelphia victorious against the Canucks. That's a good win. Now, the Minnesota Wild, of course, they lost 7-4 against the Maple Leafs this past weekend. Fill in PA announcer. You've done college hockey before. All right, man. Well, shoot. I'll cheers to that. Oh, you have him in Tim's picks. Is that like is that like fantasy hockey? I don't. I've only heard about this. Tim's picks, Tim bits, something like that. Well, anyway, happy for you though. All right. So let's see what else happened here. So Minnesota Wild, they got goals from. This is still going on, by the way. It's wait, it says second intermission, but 13-13 remaining. What? That doesn't make sense. Well, anyway, goals for the Wild coming off the sticks of yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, Dean, dude, they're making it look too easy. I mean, they're playing on easy mode, really. Send me the stream link. Yeah, yeah, please do, please do. Um, okay, so we've got let's see here, Brandon Duhaime getting on the board. Duhaime, not really known as a goal scorer, but I do like his toughness. He's like a tough guy, but like a good tough guy, not like a dirty tough guy. Connor Dewar scores his first of the season, so you get some real depth scoring here for the Wild. Yoel Eriksson Ek, I certainly do appreciate his defensive capabilities. He notches his second of the season. Oh, he's centering Zuccarello and Kaprizov now? Huh. Tanner Pearson, he scored over the weekend. He got his second of the season. And getting his first goal of the year is Kirill, assisted by Zuccarello and Addison. All right. Hmm. Now we're just past the halfway point in this game between the Buffalo Sabres and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Zemgus Girgensons, who has him on their fantasy team, he gets his first of the year. And then, really, in the third game, Tuck only picked up his first assist of the year. I think I wasn't expecting that. But Jeff Skinner, Skinner, Chicken Dinner, and the Sabres so far look like they could get their first victory of the year. And they've popped just 19 shots on goal. But, the Bullets, man, they don't have the best goaltending out there. Who is it today? Well, Levi wait, Levi? Oh my god, Devin Levi's starting. Just like that, huh? And then Jonas Johansson, yeah. Tompkins. I thought they had Stolars. No, Stolars is on the Panthers, I think. Well, anyway. Wait, really? Connor Garland to the Winnipeg Jets? Really? Really? For who? I almost don't believe that. That's wait, Connor Garland trade. Really? Wait, I don't see anything here. Oh, Rick rocking the Islanders. Nice. Wait, for real? I mean, I don't mind you guys breaking some news on here, but I need some receipts here. If I mean, Connor Garland, huh? You guys keep me posted on that, huh? All right. Well, we can get back to the scores in the meantime. Thanks for all the thumbs up, by the way, guys. I do appreciate that. That does make a difference. You thought you saw something? Huh. I have not had my ear to the ground with that. All right. So we had Sabres and Tampa Bay. And then we have the only other game with a score right now are the Islanders and the Coyotes. Matthew Barzell, his first of the year, assisted by Dobson and Horvat on the power play. Oh my God. The Islanders scored a power play goal. Playing the freaking parade already. As they've outshot Arizona, who played against New York last night, the Rangers, a 20-6 margin already. Woof. Go Oilers, your son just got you ESPN Plus for your birthday. Oh, happy birthday or happy belated birthday. Right on. Yeah. Oh God, the Oilers are making it look way too easy. Really. And I mean, it's all the big horses, right? Drysaitel, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman, or no, Drysaitel, Hymans, Drysaitel, Hyman, Nugent Hopkins, McJesus. So yeah, they are certainly looking sharp. And at the other end of the ice, I have to commend Jack Campbell and the defense. The defense has kept the Predators out of the net, and so Campbell's been able to make routine saves, and he looks good so far. So hopefully, they're giving us a sign of things to come for the rest of the year. Because I've never been an Oilers fan by any means, but I want to see McDavid, you know, in a Stanley Cup final. So that's all. That's good to hear. Oh wait, whoops! I can't do that. That might be copyright infringement. Hold on, I can't do that. I have to stop presenting my screen. That would be bad. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. All right, cool, cool, cool. But yeah, Edmonton looking sharp. Nashville, I do not know what Andrew Burnett's going to say to that team. Yeah. So now the question is, how many more goals are we going to see in this game? Are the Oilers going to keep pressing? Do they think they can go up like 6-0, 7-0? They're going to sit back a little bit. Yeah, cap friendly usually takes a little bit of time to update after a trade, not by much. Well, anyway, we'll see if anything comes of that. But Winnipeg, how are they at wing? How are the Jets at wing? They've got Ehlers. They've got Connor. Velarde's playing center, isn't he? Let's see here. Who are they working with? I know, the Jets have some good wingers in their prospect pool too. It's not necessarily guys you're going to see this year. I don't think. Yeah, Cheyenne. Whew, it's not looking pretty. And it's not just the Oilers' power play either. But yeah, they got the Oilers just they've just kind of walked down Main Street on a couple of those goals. And I mean, God, that back check on the McDavid goal, that looked lazy. Other than that, their 5-on-5 defense had looked pretty good through the first couple of games. Now, have you been to any games out there? Because I always like to sing some praises about Bridgestone Arena. I've only been once, but I would love to go back again. That it's so fun. Like the best location for any NHL stadium. It's got to be. Anyway, Preds this year, by the way, I'm just looking at their draft capital. It's never too early, right? The team's kind of retooling itself. They have just their first round pick right now, but they have three second round picks, three of them, two thirds and three fourths. So they might have an opportunity to get more draft capital if they want to, be aggressive with acquiring draft picks and kind of not tank necessarily, but yeah. Now for Winnipeg, yeah, I'm just trying to think like why their cap situation. They have $2.3 million in cap. I'm just trying to see if there's an opportunity to bring in somebody like Garland. Okay, Connor Velarde. Velarde was a winger on the top line. Okay, Niederreiter, Ehlers, Iafallo, Appleton. I don't think that's an immediate need because Garland has what, like 2 more years left? I think their wing depth is decent. Yeah, that's some decent wing depth. Yeah, Preds got some work to do, don't they? Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. Let's see here. Any other score updates? No, I think all the scores look the same. So interesting. Okay. I don't know how they can come back. I guess we can take a look at Nashville's next couple of games, right? You know, it's not out of the question to say that Edmonton woke up after their start to the year. All right. So I'm presenting right now. So we got NHL.com/Predators. Something I need to show you guys something fun here. By the way, I have a somewhat ambitious project for the channel pretty soon here. I thought I was going to do this video on NHL rivalries, and it turned out that what would probably be a 30-hour project might be like a 70-hour project because I might make individual videos about teams' rivalries. But yeah, I want to make a big old feature on that because rivalries to me, that's one of the greatest topics in hockey. Besides who has the best jerseys and their most iconic goals, which I would love to do a feature on that as well. So, but what was I looking at? Oh yeah, let's look at the Predators schedule here. So got to fill in the gap here while we wait for the action to resume. So, oh yeah, your reward if you're a Predators fan is you get to face the New York Rangers. But then, look at that on Saturday. Look at that game, glistening, glistening there. You get a home game against my San Jose Sharks. I think you'll be okay. But it kind of makes me scratch my head. Like, why do they have to go to New York? A random trip to New York in between their homestand. You get a couple games against the Canucks. Maybe they're not the same team that we saw play Edmonton. You have a game against the Leafs. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Lane, what's going on? How's your start to the NHL season going so far? Let's see here. What other great games are out there? We should take a look and see what the rest of the NHL schedule looks like, huh? You posted a picture of the Solar Bear jersey. Oh my god, did you really? I have to take a look at this. Um, I'm not gonna pull that up, but I of course love nothing more than the Orlando Solar Bears. My I guess my favorite ECHL team, although Idaho has the Steelheads, Flames, and Blues. For rivalries? I mean, obviously the Flames for sure. The Buffalo game might be interesting. Yeah. Oh, Tampa has scored to close the gap there to 2-1, and they haven't updated who scored just yet, though. Shoot, for some reason the group chat did not refresh on my phone, Nick. Speaking of groups and chatting, for those of you who don't know or haven't done so yet, you are more than welcome to join our wonderful community here on Discord. It is entirely free to join to create an account. So we have a Discord community with about 50 twisters right now. We have chat rooms for everybody's favorite NHL team. You can post pictures of your jerseys, your unboxings, your pucks that you collect. You can post photos of you at the game, all sorts of fun stuff like that. So we have our Discord community. And also, we are on Spotify as well. So we're going to be uploading some content there from time to time. So if you look at one of my videos and you're like, holy crap, this is too long, I don't have time for it, well, you can always check it out on Spotify. First time watching. Oh, thanks, Cheyenne. I appreciate that. Hey, I like creating big features like that. A lot of people are just great commentators. They can, spit out stuff immediately. I don't know. That's just not my thing. I'd rather like call play by play right in the moment, or I'd rather like spend time on something like that. We have a lot of people who are newer to watching hockey, and a lot of people who are passionate fans, and they just want that itch kind of scratch, remembering classic playoff series against teams they used to hate, like that sort of thing. John, how you doing? Jordan Bennington so far has been cooking. I saw that he has saved 63 out of 65 shots. That's pretty good. I don't know how the defense in front of him has been, but so far so good, right? In the Discord in the general? Oh, did you now? All right. Well, let's get people. Oh my God, this is it. It's a little blank to me, but I love the logo. That's sweet. Nice going. You got a membership back? Oh yeah, you got gifted one. Mike, how you doing, man? Did you make it back safely? I hope you did. Um, with wait, I'm just trying to read this, Aaron. With now being a color analyst for a junior hockey team, getting to see and break down hockey and seeing connections in the NHL has been a really cool thing this season. Well, yeah, I mean, just being able to follow somebody from not humble beginnings so much, but playing at that point in their career and ultimately, rising up the ranks and making it into the show. That's a fun thing. I do like kind of tracking that as I go to more junior games here in Spokane and see certain players, even if they're on the other team, get drafted and make an impact at the NHL level. All right, cool. That's great, Cheyenne. Thanks. I appreciate that. How's the stream been? Good. Although the action has been a wee bit underwhelming if you're a Nashville Predators fan, but hey, that's why we're here, right? We're here to make we're here to make all the goals exciting. If you're cheering for that team, and if you're not cheering for that team, well, we're here as for commiseration purposes. Anyway, we're underway with the second period. I gotta get to updating my little score tag here, and then we can get back on the mic here for play by play. Do the Sharks play? Yeah, they're playing at 7:30 Pacific at home against the Carolina Hurricanes. So, oh shoot, no, wait, hold on, copyright infringement. Hold on. All right, enough of that. All right, yeah. So the Sharks began their season at home against the Golden Knights. Then they hosted the Avalanche. They nearly beat them. It just came down to the final minute, and then the Avs won in a shootout. And then it's like, okay, now your prize is the Hurricanes, the best team in the Eastern Conference, and then you get to play the Boston Bruins. Great. What jersey am I rocking today? All right, I'll get to that at the next whistle. Fabro from the point, glass, and back to Fabro at the other point. Nice interception there along the corner. A shot from Sissons off a loose puck, turned aside there by Campbell. Still in the Oilers zone, so some good pressure so far from Nashville. A delayed penalty coming up too. I didn't see who that's going to be, but it's going to be a cross check, and the Preds will go back on the power play. Maybe a chance for them to do something. Dennis, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, what am I rocking today, Mike? So McDavid's going to the box for a cross check. But yeah, I'm rocking the Preds reverse retro 1.0. Boom. Look at that. And we got Pecorine here, Predators legend, and he's got his own statue outside of Bridgestone Arena now. Yeah, 4 goal period, John, and all the big dogs, right? Draisaitl, Hyman, Nugent Hopkins, McDavid. All right, so Preds, can they do something with the man advantage? That McDavid goal, I don't think that was shorthanded though. No, that wasn't shorthanded. How's Yossi looking? I mean, I think at least offensively, Yossi looks just fine. I haven't seen him exposed for any defensive lapses or anything like that. Maybe we'll have to pay a little bit more attention. Uh, Oilers lifting this one clear, by the way. That jersey should be their home. I mean, anything but what they're wearing right now. The overall uniform is okay. I know people would like to see the navy blue helmets, which I would agree. I don't mind a team wearing yellow though. All right, Oilers getting another clear here. The Preds already have a minute of this opportunity killed off. So, well, I mean, they're the ones on the power play. All right, Novak round the Edmonton net. Ekholm behind the net and turned over to O'Reilly. Chance in the slot and a score! Thomas Novak picked his spot against Campbell, and the Preds have a power play goal. Can they chip away? Can they chip away? And yeah, again, I'm really surprised to see how quiet the arena is there. That's something that I'm not used to seeing. The addition of more Ryan O'Reilly. O'Reilly's great. He just got the primary assist. Just wide open was Novak in the slot there. Yeah, I do love Ryan O'Reilly. He's one of those players who, he has a Stanley Cup. He was a captain for a few years. He has a Selke trophy. He doesn't have the numbers necessarily to make the Hall of Fame, but he's got some other good accolades. I'd like to see him make the Hall of Fame. Uh, yeah, Ryan O'Reilly. Oilers are humming. Oh yeah. Um, what, you don't know why you said Morgan Riley? Hey, Morgan Riley was awesome in the playoffs. All right, here they come again. It's Nyquist. He lifts it. Oh, and it's going to be a delay penalty as Campbell lifted the pad belly down. And is it going to be a penalty shot? Nyquist is pissed that it's not a penalty shot. Yeah, it's going to be a hook. And CC, the one going to the box for the Oilers. Damn, I personally think that the league should be more aggressive ruling calls like this as penalty shots. Like when I look at this, yeah, he's all alone against the goaltender at that point. I think that should be a penalty shot. I think that I think players should have the option of choosing a penalty shot versus the power play. I'm very surprised the league doesn't do that. But anyway, the Preds might be able to build some momentum here. They're back on the power play. Yeah, I forgot Nyquist was in the NHL still. Yeah, because he's bounced around. He went to like what, San Jose, Columbus, right? And then Minnesota. All right, face off. Won by Novak. Yossi. Now Novak. Oh, seam pass, but in the skates of Forsberg. Maybe a chance though. Novak, he shoots. And a blocker save from Campbell with Cody Glass in front of the net. Oh, and a shot that went just wide there from Yossi. Scooped up by O'Reilly. He douches over to Novak. He'll toe jack. And good block there from Kulak, but a chance off a loose puck and Campbell. A big save. And the Oilers lift this one clear, and the Preds can kind of feel the mojo a little bit here. Here come the Preds. Yossi dumping it back for Forsberg. Novak. And the Preds gain the zone. A stretch pass. O'Reilly and a blocker save from Campbell. Campbell looking good on the blocker side tonight. Dug out by O'Reilly. Rimmed around for Forsberg at the half boards. Looking back for O'Reilly again behind the net. Little back pass. And nobody's there at the point. Comes out of the zone. And one more minute left here on the power play. Regained in the zone by Novak. He's got Forsberg. A shot. Oh, and ramping off a stick and off the glass. A chance in front almost. And it looked like Jan Mark or somebody in white got the clear there for Edmonton. Here comes Tomasino now at the circle. Tomasino charging in and off the side of the net. Parsonen, nice little back pass to retrieve this. Finds his way out to Barry at the top of the circle. Barry, the former Oiler, by the way, a slap shot from the point. Doesn't quite get through the traffic. Oilers nearly had a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Hustling back is Barry against his former teammate McDavid. McDavid is scooping this up. Here he comes, a backhander through the crease. And now 10 seconds left. One more rush for the Preds. Nyquist looking for Parsonen. Works it around the net. Jumping in there was Evangelista. Nyquist. The half boards for Parsonen. Nice job to shield the puck away. A chance in front of the net. Nice little poke check there by Campbell. The puck squirts wide of the crease. And the Oilers survive this kill, and they come the other way. 3-on-2, 3-on-1, really. A shot, and that goes wide of Saros. McLeod picking this up. Nice knockdown in his own zone there by Nyquist. Ooh. I like this action picking up a little bit, though. All right. Preds coming in hot yet again. Here comes Sissons, leading the Preds in goals this year. Rimmed around and playing it behind the net again is Sissons, working against Bouchard to the top of the zone and around the net once more to Yakov Trenin, the big Russian, trying to funnel it out to the point but intercepted. And to Warren Fogle, feeding it for Connor Brown, a shot a little bit wide of the net, scooped up here and moved to Trenin. In transition comes Nashville. Kind of an errant pass for Carrier, so the team is actually offside. Play. The homecoming for Eric Carlson is November 4th. Awesome. We'll give him a warm welcome. I know that the Eric Carlson experiment didn't really work out when it was supposed to, but the guy played great in his final year. So, he ended on a very good note for otherwise what was kind of underwhelming. But you know what? That's okay. We have bigger fish to fry at this point. The Nashville chants are always interesting. Oh, really? At the Milwaukee Admirals games, huh? I should be live for that game? Maybe I will be. Maybe I will be. Buffalo, New York on Saturday, potentially the 21st, and San Jose versus Pittsburgh on the 4th. Maybe. Uh, Preds are getting eaten alive. Yeah, they're charging back a little bit here. They got some of that mojo, right? With these power plays. Hi, Cortana. Hi, baby girl. Cortana's like, when's my next goal treat? Bouchard off the wall. Now Draisaitl against Fabro. Gets taken down, no call. Evangelista in transition. He's going to work this over to Nyquist. He's going to scoop this over to Campbell, who's going to cover this one up. We'll get a face-off in the Edmonton zone. The Preds have already pumped 21 shots on net to just 13 for Edmonton. My goodness. They're getting eaten alive. Yeah, they might be. Like I said, I think they're rolling a little bit right now. They're humming a little bit. Mm. All right, face off in the Edmonton zone. We got Draisaitl against O'Reilly. Draisaitl wins this one. Winning a defensive zone faceoff against O'Reilly is not easy either. And at home, trying to get the clear here. Good job by the Preds along the boards. Out to the point. A shot. And off somebody. It might have been off Campbell there. It ricochets all the way out. Oh, a tip that just went wide of the net. And now another delayed penalty. This one's going to be against the Preds, though. It'll be a slashing call. Just trying to see who it's against here. I think it's against Yossi. But anyway, we're going to a commercial break. And when we come back, the Oilers, it's going to be their chance on the man advantage. Yeah. I'm upstairs right now, but downstairs I can already smell this great pork shoulder I got going on in the slow cooker with some salsa verde. Mm. I am excited for that after this game, that's for sure. All right. Well, this period at least is pretty good so far, but we'll see if the Oilers steal back some of that momentum. And what else do we have happening right now in the NHL? So Minnesota really taking it to the Montreal Canadiens, who played a good game against the Blackhawks when we did that stream over the weekend. Very, very great stream. I loved that. Joel Eriksson Ek, his second goal of this game, his third of the season to make it 5-1. And halfway through in Winnipeg, the Jets and Kings are tied in the Pierre-Luc Dubois return. Also dropping the puck tonight, we've got two very exciting games, playoff rematches from last year. Colorado Avalanche against the Seattle Kraken. That's almost turning into a pseudo rivalry, I would think. A lot of people who live in Seattle had come from the Denver area and vice versa. I do know that pretty firsthand. And the Golden Knights and the Stars in the Western Conference rematch or Western Conference final rematch from last year, last season, I guess. And our other game, the Hurricanes, the Fighting Brent Burnses against his old team, the San Jose Sharks. All right. So, Philip Forsberg is to the Bucks for the Preds. No mistake. All you got to do is look at that beautiful duster of his. I can't grow one like that, unfortunately, and mine comes in blonde, believe it or not. Looks like Draisaitl's going to be in the circle here, and he wins against Sissons. Out to Bouchard at the point. Top of the circle, he's got McDavid or Nuge. Back to Bouchard. He shoots and off somebody in front. I think Carrier. Nashville lifts this one clear. And all the way down to Campbell. Live stream from an arena. Get a media pass. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I just need some help with travel expenses. Oh, McDavid in front. He had Nugent Hopkins there, but a good stick check there from McDonough. O'Reilly knocking that clear. O'Reilly getting clear. And 40 seconds elapsed here with under 13 minutes to play in the period. McDavid, all kinds of speed. Going against 3 Predators, and Saros had to steer the loose puck aside. Kings just put one on the board. All right. I wonder if that was Dubois. All right. Oilers trying to regain the zone. It goes all the way around to Saros. Picked up by Brown, trying to cycle that to the point. Intercepted by Cole Smith, and now a turnover in the neutral zone. The Oilers will charge in the other way. Evander Kane into the glove of Saros with nobody in front of the net. We'll get a face-off with 38 seconds remaining in the Philip Forsberg penalty. You have a mini Brent Burns on the hockey team? Wow, he already has a beard? Damn. Man, I envy him. So wait, have any NHL players ever come out of that league? Out of curiosity. All right, O'Reilly battling against Draisaitl, and Draisaitl wins this one. McDavid to the center. Oh, Draisaitl empty net. He scores. All kinds of traffic tangled up in front of Saros, and that left Draisaitl completely unmarked. I mean, how do you do that when you're already down 4-1? Draisaitl, his second of the game, second power play goal of the game, and once again the Oilers have that daunting 4-goal lead. The USPHL. Okay. Got it. There you go, girl. Here, come over here. Come over here. There you go. Get close. There you go. That's a good girl, Cortana. Smash that like for Cortana if you haven't already. All right, Oilers 2 for 2 on the power play. And man, just when the Predators were looking to build some momentum. Oh God, now maybe another chance for the Oilers. Here comes Ernie, a chance, and that couldn't quite get through to his teammate. I think that was Janmark. Kept in the zone and hunting it down is Derek Ryan, Spokane native. Derek Ryan, he turns and shoots off the wraparound. Not to be confused with the reach round. And Adam already scoops this one up. Back to Janmark. Double teamed. And at the side of the net. Oh, trying to get that to trickle through was Ryan. A backhander off the boards from the Predators defense. Barry And now that's actually gonna turn into an icing with the Junior Hurricanes. Oh, so that's actually one of the teams. Okay. Only other Hurricanes I knew about were the Lethbridge Hurricanes. Favorite Rise Against song? Boy, I love Generation Lost. That's a great song. That's a Rise Against deep cut though. That's up there. Broken English, and yeah, those are probably my and A Thousand Good Intentions off the first album. Their first 2 albums were incredible. Their 3rd album was really good too. That was the first band I ever saw live in concert. Oh, a chance there for Broberg and a save from Saros. Still in the zone though. Hyman, his shot gets blocked, and Broberg though was back there as the safety net. So, oh, maybe a chance 2-on-1. Here come the Preds. A chance. Here they go. Backhander and a save by Campbell as he stones Thomas Novak, the goal scorer for Nashville so far. Favorite song of all time. Oh God, boy, I just don't have an absolute favorite. I don't even know where to begin on that one. It depends on what we're talking about too. It's like I can't almost, just choose one song from any old genre, right? Like what do you think about? What resonates with you most? Here's Broberg trying to play this clear, but it actually ramps up a stick and goes out of play with 11:02 left in the period. Shots favor Nashville now by a 24-18 margin. Darkness, yeah. I might have an easier time with movies, but like not by much. Oh, Connor Brown, maybe a chance in transition here. Feeds it up ice looking for Ernie, but it went just a little bit in front of the stick. Tomasino gets the clear. Now worked for Nyquist into the zone. Reporting there is Glass around the net, former Golden Knights prospect. And Elazon keeping it in the zone. Good defense there by McLeod as he hounds Nyquist. Funneled out to the point, into the dot. Tomasino sent one wide of the net. Scooped up here by Fabro. Oh, getting shifty with it. Oh, almost a chance in front of the net there, but that kicks out. And now played up ice by Holloway. Takes a check in the neutral zone. Worked into the corner. No icing. Connor Brown. And a scrum here along the boards as we've gone halfway through this game. Oh, whoa. That's sounds like a pretty good program. The USPHL. I mean, how many teams are in that league anyway? It's a fairly large league, is not. Well, anyway, get a puck out of play here. We're gonna get a commercial break halfway through this game. It was Leon Draisaitl for the refs are actually congregating as we go to a commercial to see if this was actually a delay of game. So no delay of game, but we go to the commercial here. As a yeah, Draisaitl extended that lead with a power play goal. Before then, though, it was Thomas Novak with a nice snipe there off of a feed from Ryan O'Reilly on their power play. So special teams having some influence on this game, although really the Oilers are finding a way to get it done in just about every way possible. Scoreboard's still on power play. Thanks, Dean. Thank you. There we go. We'll take that away. Oh, I didn't even update it to 5-1. It is 5-1. Thought I I thought I updated that, but maybe I didn't hit save. All right, there we go. That's the way to do it. All right. So that goal for the Kings to make it 5-1 came off the stick of, oh my God, Pierre-Luc Dubois in his return home to Winnipeg. He scores the first goal of the game, assisted by Kopitar and Fiala. Kings got a decent amount of firepower, don't they? And still 2-1 early in the third period between the Sabres holding a lead against the Lightning. That goal scored by Brandon Hagel, by the way, that to actually break the drought. Hagel now his third goal of the season, assisted by Jeannot and Cicerelli. Speaking of former Predators, uh, what jersey? Oh, here we go. You know, I'll just I'm so lazy. I don't even want to get up right now. But we got the Predators Reverse Retro 1.0. Look at that logo. It is awesome. I love it, and I love the glistening silver here. And we got the Pecorine. Yeah, Pecorina, and you got the old school shoulder patch here. How awesome is that? And you even get a close up of the beard now that we're going almost like full playoff beard now. All right, so back to the action. Here we go. Oh wow, I got it right back in the right position. Giddy up. All right, so this one is in the Oilers' corner for Ekholm to shovel over to Bouchard, but he turns it over. Here's O'Reilly. And now Draisaitl trying to dig that loose from O'Reilly. That's been a pretty good matchup here in this period. A shot from the point. Blocked in front, scooped up here by Parsonen. Juuso plays it to O'Reilly. A chance for Forsberg and a nice blocker save. Man, Campbell working the blocker tonight. Oh, O'Reilly took a big shove there from Ekholm. Still alive. And yeah, the Preds able to shovel it deeper into the zone to keep the possession alive. And finally, the Oilers get the clear here. And I would imagine that they would change up. Yeah. The history of um no guarantees, Harvey, but that's actually a really good idea. So I would consider writing that one down because yeah, it'd be fun to talk a little bit about something that's not NHL. So I wouldn't rule that out. That's a good suggestion. All right, this one's going to be lifted all the way down behind Saros and played by Fabro. Big stretch pass for Yossi. Here he comes, a shot and a pad save, and off the rebound, Campbell able to snatch that one. That was a big rebound and a booming bid from Lucas Evangelista. And a glove save there from Campbell, who has looked sharp. 26 saves by Jack Campbell tonight. Though, Harvey, there's a great documentary about that exact subject on ESPN Plus. So if you do have access to that, I would highly, highly recommend it. Off the face-off, a shot gets blocked. Hyman trying to play it up ice. Would have had a streaking teammate there. Novak keeps it alive in the zone, but some good defensive support from Fogel. Into the corner for Hyman. Oh, and I thought that looked like a penalty there, maybe a trip to Fogel, but no call. Play goes on. Evangelista looking for Yossi. Sealed off on the boards there with a big hit from Cece. And Oilers nearly getting the clear, but Sissons able to dump it back in. We have a scrum along the boards here, and now here's a chance maybe for Glass looking in front and a nice stick in the passing lane there by Cece. Good shift for him. Here they come again. The Predators trying to get something on the board heading into the locker room, but they have plenty of time. Still 7 minutes left. We have a chance at the point, but that pass goes off of Cody Glass's stick. Maybe a chance in front. Nope, nope, nope. This is going to be worked to the point though for Kulak. A shot into the pads of Saros. He had the save initially, but play goes on. Out at the point again for Kulak. Connor Brown. A shot. Oh, and a save and a cover up there by Lankinen. Oh, shoot. I didn't even know. Kevin Lankinen is in the game now for the Preds. Kind of makes sense, right? Not that Saros played so poorly. It's just that, well, he didn't have any support out there. So that kind of sends a message. All right. El Jefe Radio. Is that right? Who are the reps tonight? Oh, I couldn't tell you. I actually never pay attention to that. All right. McLeod over to Holloway. This line hasn't really had that much ice time, it doesn't look like. Kulak, a shot into the pad of Saros, and yet another cover up with 6:24 left in the period. Hey there, Samantha. Abs got what? They got the Kraken tonight. That should be a fun rematch of the first round from the playoffs last year. First round. The Avalanche, of course, narrowly escaping the jaws of defeat against the San Jose Sharks, winning an shootout after Mackenzie Blackwood had stopped a consecutive 49 shots in a row. Was playing out of his mind. He had this one save off Makar. Makar eventually got the best of him, but he had this incredible blocker save where it was right on top of his pad. He was doing the splits. You got to look that up. He had one hell of a game. Mac Black. All right, Kane trying to cycle this along to the point, but intercepted off the boards in transition for Forsberg. Back pass, looking for Parsonen. Takes right into the corner. Behind the net, a chance, and wide of Campbell. That shot coming off the stick of, well, I don't know who it was, but he's parked in front of the net now. I think it was Parsonen. Forsberg looking for the point, and the Preds sending this in deep again for Parsonen. Battling against CC, but it comes out to Draisaitl, only for a split second, though, dumped back into the zone. Go Edmonton, even though you're not an Oilers fan. I'm happy to see the Oilers likely getting their first win of the year because, again, they're such a fun team to watch. Well, they're one of the more exciting teams to watch, so it's kinda like I would not mind them being like that all the way until June. When Yossi is sitting one in front of the net, but Campbell able to see through the traffic and scoop that up in his trapper. You're a Leafs fan. Well, there are some parallels there, right, with the Oilers and the Maple Leafs these days. Capitals versus Senators. Oh, start one of those guys in fantasy. Who would I choose? I would I would by a small margin say Kemper. I trust so far at least the Sens haven't I don't think they've been in like a game where they haven't conceded 2 or fewer just yet this year, have they? And Corpusalo, I got to see this guy for like 8 to 10 games before I'm like, okay, we're getting the good Corpusalo this year, or we're getting the crappy Corpusalo. So Kemper, I would personally go for him. Although the Senators might have a little bit more offense than the Caps do. Jen, how you doing? I'm trying to figure out your favorite team because I see Fly in your name and I think Flyers, but I might just be blowing smoke here. The mic's going in and out. Well, let's see here. I think we've got proper input here, but let me know if that changes. It might go a little bit in and out depending on if I'm looking at the TV here, my microphone's right here, so I can speak right into it. But if I do this, you might not hear it as well. Anyway, commercial break. Let's see here. Any other scores to update on you or to update you on? No, but it looks like the Wild are going to pick up this victory against the Canadiens. Only 6 minutes left in the third period. They've got a comfortable 5-1 lead. Okay, now, okay, okay. I'm sounding good. Okay. Uh, loud and clear. All right, cool, cool. For the Leafs against the Blackhawks. Hey, who knows? Maybe the Blackhawks are going to be a tough out this year. Uh, YouTube's leading Blackhawks content creator, Windy City Hockey, seems to think that they're actually going to do better than people have projected, which makes me happy as a Sharks fan. So then that way we can battle the Flyers for the first overall pick. But they're playing tough so far. I'm happy to see that. I just hope that Seattle isn't the same team they were 2 years ago. All right, back to the action. Under 5 to play here. And charging into the Predators zone is Nugent Hopkins. He pulls up. And now from the side of the net, Hyman and Barry. Hyman freeing the puck up. And a chance in front, maybe Fogle, a shot. He scores! Warren Fogle off a loose puck. Saros, he squared himself to him, but Fogle picked his spot, and I think he might have gotten that under the blocker. Great shot from Fogle. And it's now 6-1. Ooh, my. Wow. Well, we got to give Cortana another treat, right? Bedard gave you a heart attack? Really? He didn't have a point in that game, but was he creating some chances? Oh, by the way, Saros, but I meant to say Lankinen, Kevin Lankinen. Come on, say hi. There she goes. Good girl. Here, we'll give Cortana another goal treat here. There we go. Speaking of rookies, by the way, pardon. Zach Benson seems to be making a good impression with the Sabres so far. I got to watch Fantilli's debut last week. Fantilli's going to be a great player. I just think that he has really good fundamentals and a quick shot. Good defensive pursuit as well. So yeah, 6-1. Baseball score, yeah, pretty much. Rick rocking the Avalanche picture now. Yeah, Bedard to New York. Is that the next team he plays? All right. Now we got the third pairing out there for the Oilers, Kulak and Broberg. I wonder if Broberg is going to get more opportunity this year and get like close to 20 minutes. Anyway, here's Connor Brown dumping it in. Lozon there to retrieve it. A little back pass or backhanded pass up to Nyquist, gaining the Edmonton zone, and Glass is going to leave this for the line change. Nurse a little bit of difficulty for a moment there, feeds it up for Brown, but a turnover in the neutral zone? No, there is Holloway in support, and Brown's going to pursue around the Predators' net, gets a shove there from McDonough. Actually, I have a McDonough jersey, but a Rangers one. Holloway, and he's going to play this to Cece with 3:20 left in the period. The Preds have pumped 30 on net, but Campbell has had himself a very, very strong game, looking like the Jack Campbell we knew from his days with other teams. Nurse, and a good pinch there. Looked like Cole Smith. Now, but the Oilers are able to fend off this Predators forecheck. Cece, Draisaitl there along the boards. Pounded by Sherwood. And now moving it out of the zone is Kane. Kane dumping it down. And now the Preds getting the clear here. It is the MLB playoffs. Yeah. I'm cool with whoever wins the World Series. I just gotta first of all thank the Arizona Diamondbacks for giving the wait, did my internet just my feed just totally crashed. Did my internet just go out? No, my internet's still up hey, am I still looking good? Am I sounding good, guys? Are we still good? Okay, Toki Doki. All right. Well, anyway, like all of a sudden it just crashed my my feed, so I got to jump back in. It's gonna be. Don't worry, it just takes a moment here. Oh, all good. Okay, thank you. All right. Let's go back to the game. That's funny. It just all of a sudden quit on me. It disconnected its controller. All right. Cool. Thank you, everybody. All right. We can get back to the action. Okay. Anyway, Lankinen's going to cover this up. You know, Lankinen had a really good season for the Preds last year. He looked before then. I was like, how's this guy still in the NHL? But yeah, he showed up pretty well for them last year. Put that site that I'm looking at in the chat. Well, I'm looking at ESPN Plus right now, but the one that I do recommend for people who aren't paying for a service is NHL66.ir. So I'll put that in the chat. Yeah, .ir. I wonder if it's actually hosted in Ireland. Not the first place that you would think would have NHL hockey available to watch. The only time I've ever been in Ireland was through the Dublin airport, but I do want to go for sure. It was only like 10:30 in the morning, but of course, yours truly had himself a Guinness. All right, Preds gaining the Edmonton zone. Lozon, a shot and into the breadbasket of Campbell with 1:15 left here in the period. You use Yahoo Sports. You can actually watch NHL on Yahoo Sports. Really? That's pretty rad. I didn't know about that. Let's see here. Maybe if we play our cards right after this game, I could be live for a little post game. I'd love to see some Oilers fans come in after this victory and puff their chest a little bit. We can get some new fans that way. Oh, Tomasino, maybe blocked by Ryan. I'm not entirely sure, but he's going to scoop this up and he plays it over to Yossi at the point. Having a little trouble there was Barry. Michael is trying to pry this loose, and he does. Moves it over to a teammate that sends it along for Yossi. A shot, and that might have gone off the blocker of Campbell. It's still alive. Campbell, just all about the blocker today. I don't know. Maybe that was a scouting report sort of thing, but here comes Ryan. He's got himself a 3-on-1 with Adam Ernie. He plays it to Ernie. A shot, and Lankinen getting over with the pad and making what looked like an effortless save, but still, you got to make that one. Give your team some pride heading into the locker room. A shot from the point doesn't quite get through. Tracked down by Nurse around the net there for Ryan, but there are two Predators there, including Tyson Berry. Barely kept into the point by Bouchard. He hasn't even had to do that much work in the offensive zone tonight. And we've got the final seconds here. Lankinen's going to save one last shot. And the Oilers, oh my, 6-1 heading into the locker room. It looked like the Preds were going to have some momentum there off the goal from Thomas Novak on the power play. But then it's Draisaitl with his second of the night, second of which have come on the power play. And then it was Warren Fogle sniping one by Kevin Lankinen to extend the league extend the lead to 6-1. All right. The NHL app? Oh, dude, I've never even downloaded the NHL app, so I have no idea. But all I know is that people do not like it whatsoever. Not one freaking bit. Kings, by the way, have extended their lead against the Winnipeg Jets. It's Trevor Moore getting on the board. Uh, and you have assists from Philippe Dano and Arthur Kaliev. Elsewhere, the Wild are just coasting to victory right now. The Canadiens actually emptied their net despite being down 5-2. But Montreal, I didn't see who scored that second goal for them. For some reason, the site's not updating. But anyway, Minnesota looking to go. I guess what would that be? 2-1, coasting to a dub right there. It was fine how it was. Who's going to win the President's Trophy this year? The Golden Knights. Golden Knights for the President's Trophy. That wasn't my prediction. I actually said the Stars would win the President's Trophy, but I'm saying the Golden Knights are going to win it because they want it so badly, right? They want to have everything. So why don't we just give them the President's Trophy right now? Let's do that. We'll be out in the second round of the playoffs. One of those two teams very well could. Islanders. If the Islanders win the President's Trophy, Ethan, I'm going to buy you your very own customized jersey. You can just bookmark this stream. Bookmark the timestamp. I'm actually going to tag you. If no, the other Ethan. If the Isles win the President's Trophy, I'm buying you a custom jersey. Screenshot this. There you go. Sabres, Red Wings. Oh yeah. I did. I only saw that today too, Dean. Sabres, Red Wings, and Rangers. Man, Why does the Red Wings or why do the Rangers I guess the Red Wings too, why do these guys wanna just I don't wanna say that Kane's washed up, but he really didn't do anything for the Rangers last year in the trade deadline. So, like, why did the Rangers wanna actually, make a bid at him? Do they have to clear cap space to sign him? That doesn't seem like that would be worth it unless they can, I don't know. They will break the playoff curse too? No. No. I almost wanna make a bet around that one too, like a fun one, like, I don't know, like dyeing my hair gold or something crazy like that if they were actually able to do that. The Canes could be in the running for the President's Trophy. I mean, it's not out of the picture. I hope not. You know, the Hurricanes don't need home ice. They don't, I don't think. I think home ice has really not meant anything the past couple of postseasons, honestly. The Devils, though, they've been off to kind of a slow start. But then again, remember last year, right? They were 0 and 2, and everybody said fire Lindy. So I'm sure they're going to come out of this just fine. But yeah, I am a little surprised to see them where they are right now. Good for Florida for sticking it to them last night. But yeah, I think Carolina still has a shot. But the Rangers right now are coming out well. I don't know if they can sustain that in the playoffs, though. But yeah, the last time a team won the President's Trophy and the Stanley Cup, I think it was the Hawks back in 2015, and before them, I think it was, like, the Red Wings in, I don't know, '08 or '02 or something like that. It can only help with the loudest house in the NHL. Yeah, but is it like, what is how does that help them when they're on the power play and can't score? You know? Um, anyway, if they have home ice, that's wonderful. Alright, good old, intermission as the Sabres are still holding on here against the Lightning. I think I'm gonna actually oh, dude, Gabe Vilardi, by the way. Oh, he might have rolled his ankle or something. He got tripped up by one of the Kings. That's not good. I'm just looking at the highlights here. And then, Dubois. Yeah, Dubois off a rebound on the power no, it wasn't the power play, but it looked like yeah, Kings up 2-0 in Winnipeg. In the Peg. Kings are still looking for their first goal or first win of the season, so maybe that's their opportunity. Marc-Andre Fleury, by the way, starting this game for the Canadiens. Oh, he made a windmill save tonight off of Jonathan Kovacevic. Oh, windmill, that's old school. I love the windmill save, don't you guys? Nashville needs a new goalie. Dude, he got no help tonight. He got no help tonight. But, it'll be interesting though, Riley, because they do have a promising young goaltending prospect, by the name of Yaroslav Askarov, who you may have heard of, and Saros is his contract ends at the end of the year. So, if they know they're not gonna make the playoffs, then, yeah, I think it's, to their advantage to consider trading Saros because 'cause they'll still get a really good return for him. So, your wish might come true, and you know what? That just might be what's best for everybody going forward. Yeah, if you're not going to the playoffs, then and you think you have the next great goaltender, Nashville and goaltenders, they've got good ones. They always have good goaltending. It wasn't just Rene, before Saros, remember, it was, Tomáš Vokoun, who was a great goaltender for them for a number of years. How good was Tomáš Vokoun? He's, kinda one of my favorites from that era. That's as I was starting to get into the NHL, but Tomáš Vokoun, for a Predators team that was not very it was never that great. It had some good players even before Shea Weber, but it wasn't quite that elite. But yeah, Tomáš Vokoun in 05, '06, for example, he finished 4th for Vezina Trophy voting, and his career in Nashville check this out, in 8 years in Nashville, Tomáš Vokoun put up a 2.55 goals against average with a .913 save percentage. That's pretty damn impressive for a team that was never favored to go anywhere near the Stanley Cup. Uh, Junior hockey, with me being out there with the CHL team, what is the atmosphere compared to the NHL? Uh, yeah, it's AHL. I mean, shoot, where I come from, the AHL doesn't really mean anything, even though we have the favorite player never win a cup, Joe Thornton. Um, but outside of my outside of my favorite team, Dom. Oh wait, no. Hasek did win. Excuse me. So I got to correct myself there. I don't know. Might be Maxima Finneganov. Uh, yeah, I would say though that the home opener is pretty fun, but even so, our arena isn't packed to the brim. We had like 8,000 people at the home opener, which is great. Because I think that part of the upper deck might have been sealed off, and it kind of depends on the arena because in the CHL, you have some smaller towns that have 5,000 person arenas, and so they can pack that to the brim and really make it intense. And there are some arenas, like, where the Winterhawks play, they play, I think, where the Blazers do, so that's, like, you know, 16,000 people or whatever, but it's not that often that they're gonna get that crowd for every game. Where I am excuse me, where I am, the Chiefs arena has, like, 10,000 or 10,500, and I've been there when the arena is packed to the brim entirely, but again, that's pretty rare. It's still, like, very humming and buzzing around the arena, though, in the sense that the concourses are packed. Every jersey that imaginable you'll see every NHL team represented there. Um, so that's great. But the Chiefs, they're never that good when I go to their games. They've won like twice, maybe. And I've been to like 9 or 10 games. I don't know. Mike, long time no see. How you doing? The Red Wings' new goal horn feels like the Thrashers one. I don't know. I gotta listen into a game because I don't know what that sounds like. But I hope that's a good thing because I was not a fan of their other bullhorn, at least not just, like, listening from online here. But damn, would I love to go see a game at the big pizza box one of these days. You darn tootin' I would. Alright, we gotta give, Cortana another treat. She's being a good girl, but here's a good one. Here's a real good one, girl. Like their old one from the Joe, alright. Well, hopefully, we get some Al the Octopus in that arena at some point. Uh, yeah, all the other scores are oh, wow, the Islanders are holding on to a 1-0 lead over the Coyotes, which is 3:34, man. Coyotes defense has come to play. That's great, but they have not had much help in the way of goals over their last couple. Hell, the Islanders have, held the Yotes here, excuse me, to shoot only 14 shots for the Coyotes here with, 3.5 left. They're getting absolutely cooked in the faceoff circle by 2-1 margin. What is the Predators' problem tonight? I I just think that their defensive coverage hasn't been good. It's not that they haven't gotten chances. The Oilers, to their credit, have done a good job of keeping the Predators out of Jack Campbell's eyesight. So, in other words, he has a clear view of where the puck's coming from. Oilers defense, you can criticize them quite a bit for the past 2 games and, lapses in coverage in the playoffs, but they've actually looked pretty good tonight. But Nashville, offensively, that's where they kind of come up short. And defensively, yeah, there have been these moments where, like, Draisaitl's been wide open with an empty net. So the Oilers have caused more havoc in front of the Predators net, and there have been some lapses in coverage even in transition too. I'm going in and out. Alright. I don't know if that's a me issue or StreamYard. It's a very high quality mic, so there aren't any hardware problems. It might just be a bandwidth problem. But yeah, I would say it's all about, there's a sharp contrast with how the teams play in front of the net. The Oilers are doing just about everything right. Uh, Wild and the Thresh. All right. Ciao. Ciao, Ethan. Predictions for the Canes and Sharks game in about half an hour. All right. Oh boy. Uh, Canes for come on, Sharks gotta get 2 past them. We've only scored 1 goal in our first 2 games, each of our first 2 games. I'm gonna say Tomas Hertl gets on the board, and I wanna say Philip Zadina because Zadina's been a really good Shark so far. But no, I'll say, wait, do we get a Duke signing? Yeah, we got a Duke sighting out in San Jose tonight. It's gonna be Hertl and the Duke and Brent Burns. Brent Burns gets 2 apples tonight, and, let me also call a goal on the Hurricanes for, let's see here. I got a turbo goal. There's gonna be a Teravainen goal, and let's see here. Will Aho score a goal? There's a bear shit in the woods. Of course, Aho's gonna score. And you know who else is gonna get one on the board tonight? Mister I want a new contract with Brett Pesci. By the way, why aren't the Hurricanes playing Jalen Chatfield? I I don't understand why they brought in D'Angelo. I thought that was ridiculous. Chatfield defends, actually plays his zone really well. Anyway, is it true the Oilers always beat the Predators? I I wouldn't be able to say that. I don't know. I I I try to keep an eye on all these teams as best as I can, but I can't say that I know enough about that. But yeah, sometimes you'll get these really interesting rivalries. Like, for example, the Hurricanes have had a hard time against the Ducks. The Ducks used to always school the Calgary Flames. It's kind of an interesting one. Uh, Dean says Turbo as well. All right. Yeah, so I got goals from the Hurricanes from Turbo, Pesci, Aho, and I think somebody in the bottom 6. Do I wanna say Martin Nook? I just think bottom 6 for the Canes, and that's the first name that comes to mind. Stefan Nason. No, no, no. Hakuna Matata, former Shark, Stefan Nason gets on the board. Testing out defensive pairs. Man, it's just like, don't overthink when you've got something good going on, you know? I don't know. I'm clued in as best as I can be, but hey. But yeah, this is not the game that I want the Sharks to win. I mean, if they win, I'll be happy because they need a win. But I'd rather let you guys win this one and then beat Boston. Or I don't know. Then we have a road trip through like Carolina. We've got Carolina, Washington, Nashville. No, I think it's like Nashville, then Washington, Carolina, and then Florida and Tampa. All right. Oh, hang on. Oh, Cortana. It goes over her mouth. Um, by the way, the Sabres are going down to the wire against the Lightning, holding on to that 2-1 lead. The Lightning have emptied their net with under a minute to play and have only gotten off 21 shots on goal. The Lightning are in jeopardy of going just 1 and 3. Man, I knew that they would be challenged. I didn't think it would be this bad, though. Who would I have for tomorrow's games? Okay, that's a good question. That's a fair point. Let's uh let's go to yeah, I'll go to the scores here. Yeah, let's try to predict tomorrow. Okay. Hmm. All right, tomorrow's games, the 18th. Oh, we only have 2 games. Caps and Senators. God darn it. This is wishful thinking, but I'm kind of cheering for the Capitals here. And Penguins, Red Wings. Oh, really? The Red Wings coming off that 4-0 win against the Jackets. And it's always fun to see those 2 teams face each other just from their history. Boy, those are tough. Those are gonna be close games, I would think. But, I'll go Penguins on that one. Uh, I think Jari's gonna light it up, and will both metropolitan teams win this one? Sure, why not? Penguins and Capitals take it. But, yeah, those seem like coin flips to me. Don't they, Cortana? Alright, and, yeah, this Buffalo game, look at that, 7 seconds left. And the Islanders, yeah, we've got some low scoring affairs here. Look at that, 2-0, 2-1, 1-0. Good to see a little bit of a balance. Man, I'm sad to see that, Brandon Tanev is out for, like, at least a month for Seattle after that opening night hit. Hmm. Alright, hang tight. This, 3rd period is gonna get underway very shortly here. The Canes have their first 2 pairs figured out. Yeah, I wouldn't change that either. And I mean, really, like, because to me, Orlov and Chatfield, that could be a second pairing on any other team. Really could be. Are we gonna be back to the action here? I think so. So, hold tight here. I gotta make sure I disengage my screen or else I'm potentially violating copyright policy. Uh-oh. Alright. So now we're underway with the 3rd period. What's gonna happen here, guys? 6-1 Oilers. I guess get puck deep for Edmonton, huh? Yeah. No. Cortana, you gotta wait one more period, girl, okay? Shots favor the Predators, by the way, by a 33 to 25 margin. So the Preds have conceded 6 goals on just 25 Edmonton shots. That's no bueno. Dean telling us that the Islanders have picked up a dub, and oh my goodness, did the Lightning tie things up? Did they tie things up with just 7 seconds left? Oh my god, they did. I don't believe it. I don't know who scored that goal, though. Keep me informed. Keep me posted on who scored there. Anyway, we'll get back to this action here. So regrouping from their own zone is Ekholm and his partner. A stick that went off, or a puck that went off of Evangelista. Preds can actually, oh, for a moment there, they had the Edmonton zone, but they gotta actually catch up. All right then. Wow, I can't believe Tampa tied it up. All right, here are the Oilers in Predators' corner, shipped out by the Preds. Tracking it down is Broberg. Hegel's got 2 goals tonight, huh? So that's his 4th of the year, man. He is just picking up exactly where he left off last year, huh? What if the Preds come back? Then you get a Twisted Wrister hockey t-shirt. Cortana, hey, get back into position, Cortana. We need you to look cute. All right, dumped it by the Preds. Campbell can paddle this over to Broberg. Put that down, please. Yeah, that works. Tampa Bay is your Eastern team. That's right. I said that, like, they can't be done just yet. Like, they gotta have one more decent run in them, I would think. Yeah, now the Preds have to go face the Rangers. All right, Fabro. Oh, a little toe drag, a little shake and bake, and a shot off of somebody's stick. Nice, deke around, Holloway in that case, but yeah. Fabro? Yeah, I guess that went off Kulak. All right, face off here. O'Reilly in the circle against McDavid. Kane trying to dig that out, but it funnels back to Carrier. Oh, what? Went off somebody in front and went wide of the pad of Campbell. David Seal, there he is. Oh, you were at the game. Oh boy, stupid Seal. R.I.P. And you have the Rangers. Yeah. Hey, at least you have the Sharks on Saturday, and we know about Nashville hosting the Sharks. They've had ownage on the Sharks for like a decade plus. I mean, in the regular season. If you don't hear from me, call the police. Hey, by the way, Stupid Seal, thanks again for your comment on my rivalries community post a while back. because I use that to my advantage because I'm gonna be producing some content around rivalries, maybe a big old encyclopedia of a video on them. I wanted to make sure I got my facts straight. So I looked up what you were talking about. I kinda looked into it a little bit more on Reddit, and I think that your opinions were pretty validated there. So anyway, I appreciate that. Uh, yeah, you'd still get a point, right? But the Lightning, they didn't wanna start they wanna get to 2 and 2, right? But the Sabres, they're hungry for a win as well, man. 0 and 2 to start the year. Anyway, keep us posted on what happens over there. Yeah, the rivalries feature will be interesting because, like, you know, some of these rivalries are really like between 3 teams or even 4 teams, and they can change on a dime, really. All it takes is one meetup in the playoffs. So to really try to assign one rivalry per team, I'm actually doing it kind of differently. But yeah, it's really fun subject to explore. Game over in overtime. Oh, wait, are you saying that Buffalo scored? Yeah, Sabres win. Sabres win in overtime. Man, uh, gone too soon. The legend Rick Jeanneret. But, congrats to the Sabres for picking up the dub there. Alright, Kulak plays it over to Broberg. Dylan Cousins, the workhorse from Whitehorse. Good for him. Cousins, man, he got himself a nice contract in the offseason, but that one might age really well for the Sabres too. Kevin Adams is doing a great job. Alright, maybe a chance in transition for Evangelista. He pulls up, peeks around the defender, comes into the slot, a shot and a save by Campbell. Glass, and a shot from the point. Can't quite get through. And now Ernie. Dumping it down. Fabro. And good play in the neutral zone there from Cloud. Nashville versus either Winnipeg or St. Louis. Dallas seemed like a better choice. Yeah, and of course the Winter Classic and the playoffs, right? Nice hit there by Fabro. Good old school hip check there on Connor Brown. Oilers cycling here though. Nurse from the point at the circle now and worked back to McLeod at the point. A shot and a pretty easy cover up there from Lankinen. Fabro doing a nice job kind of boxing out Holloway. But yeah, Fabro's become a pretty good defender, hasn't he? Um, almost nighttime. Yeah, man, that's gonna be an interesting game. Too bad I'm gonna be a little bit busy watching the Sharks getting walloped because otherwise I would probably turn to the Avs and Kraken game. But man, I could watch all three of them. I got a couple laptops. I can make it work. Multiple shutouts tonight. Yeah, in today's NHL, that's not as realistic. This weird rivalry with Carolina, definitely Eric Howlow would be a connection there. So yeah, I kind of thought about that a little bit too, like a rival outside of your conference, either them or the Bolts. All right, a turnover in the neutral zone. Ryan trying to regain the Nashville zone. Actually, it was Hyman, but Cole Smith playing it up ice and regrouping in his own zone is Broberg. It's gonna be an icing to the Oilers. Yeah, this is not gonna be the most exciting or electric of periods here, but hey, thank you for sticking around if you have. But yeah, of course, as John had said, Dylan Cousins getting the Sabres their first victory of the year as they outshoot the Bolts by a margin of 31 to 23. Wait, did wait? Why is they? I'm very confused right now because there's why on on NHL.com they literally show that Jonas Johansson scored a goal, the goalie. for Buffalo or for, Tampa. I would imagine that's incorrect. Oh, who's out tonight? No! Oh, man. Which teams have the worst rivalry? That's I don't even know what a worst rivalry is. Like, how would you define a bad rivalry? Does that mean, like, how violent they are or how one-sided they are? I don't know how to answer that one. By the way, Campbell made a fantastic save. Let's take a look at this again. So Yossi had pumped one to the net, and Parson was right on the doorstep, but Campbell saw it all the way. One-sided. We are gonna talk about some one-sided rivalries for sure. But, like, how about this one? The the Bruins and the Canadiens, I wanna say I gotta go back to my sheet here to my notes, 14 pages of them and counting. But the, Canadiens and the Bruins have faced each other 34 times in the playoffs, and out of those 34 times, the Bruins have only won 9. How will the Preds do against the Rangers? Well, the Rangers have a good power play. That hasn't been the only problem for Nashville tonight. The penalty kill hasn't been the only problem. But, yeah, you gotta stay out of the box against the Rangers because they can make you burn or they can burn you on the man advantage, just like Edmonton has done a couple times tonight. So, I think that's gotta be part of their blueprint, right? Just discipline, stay disciplined, and, yeah, that's where I'd start. Can Saros bounce back against, Shesterkin? Yeah, absolutely. He can rise to that occasion. Always comes up short to win a cup. Oh, shoot, where do we start with that? I mean, like, just every time? Unfortunately, the Hurricanes are kinda becoming that team because, like, you wanna talk about snake bit? The Hurricanes are the definition of snake bit. That's true. I mean, if we look at the regular season, as Stupid Seal points out here, yeah, but it's not like there's no expectations on the Sharks, so it's not that surprising. But then again, the Sharks actually were a huge reason why Vegas didn't make the playoffs the year before, and they actually won 2 out of the 4 games last year too. A favorite Hurricanes jersey? You know what? I didn't think that this would be my favorite. Let's count the Whalers out, right? Because that's kind of its own thing. But I actually really like their original look, how they brought that back in Adidas last year. That looked really good. And the Stadium Series jerseys were pretty strong too. All of the Canes defensemen will suit up. All right, 7 defensemen. You're really gonna need it against the Sharks, aren't you? Uh-huh. Yeah, and the Oilers, as Dean's pointing out, yeah, them and the Leafs are kind of becoming this, you know, this team that puffs up their chest in the regular season and then just peters out in the playoffs. The Avalanche were like that for a couple of years too, because everybody was hyping them up, and then they just said, "Screw that." All right, Nashville's trying to skate this out of their zone. 13:30 remaining here in regulation, and nothing doing here. A one and done for the Theo. I didn't say hello. Hello, how you doing? This game has not been close. No, no, no. The Oilers just completely steamrolling the Preds in the first period. Just all these just chances unmarked, uncovered. Evangelista from his corner, battling against Nurse, and now Yossi back to the point there for Evangelista. Good defensive play from Yanmark. Detroit, Colorado is one of the best rivalries ever, but Detroit leaving the Central killed it. Yeah. Oh, agreed 100%. Now, granted, when I do my rivalries video, Detroit's greatest historic rival, though, is not the Avalanche. It's the most intense rivalry, but it's not the most historic. I will still touch on that rivalry, though, so never you fear. Saturday was a close one. Yeah, closer for sure. No Petrangelo, but Carrier and Howden are back. Man, again, I know I said this in my last stream. I'm like, how did you guys actually make good players out of Brett Howden and Michael Amadio? I have no idea. Not to mention a one-time Hurricane, Nicholas Waugh. How did you do that anyway? What's in the water over there? By the way, Forsberg is going to go to the box after tripping Ekholm here. This is a longtime teammate. Kirby Doc is gonna miss the rest of the year. That's horrible, man. Like, it didn't look like it was anything that bad, but damn, that's so bad. Because I mean, he was having such a good kind of breakout year last year, and he got injured too. I hate seeing that. Minnesota in the first round. That's funny. Yeah, don't they have the, isn't don't they have the longest streak now not making it out of the first round? Well, anyway, yeah, we got the, Oilers going back to the power play. I just chuckle here because it's like, they don't need to score, but I think they're kind of bored, so they might wanna actually try to get something going here. So, 11:36 left. Who's the most loyal fan base? I don't even know, man. I don't think you can say there's a definitive loyal fan base. I I I try not to really. Yeah. Like, the Sabres had terrible attendance problems, but the people who went to those games are loyal AF because some of them have been around since 1970. Some of them sat through that Stanley Cup final when the Sabres just on a controversial call, although from what I see, it was actually the correct call. Lost the Stanley Cup final there against the Stars. The just the horrible management there. Oh, maybe a chance shorthanded. No, we can't have nice things, unfortunately. Yeah, right. Make it end. Oh, and a shot from Brown that went wide of Lankinen. And this scoots out of the zone. 1 minute left in the power play. But yeah, I don't think there's any such thing as, you know, there's no such thing as a team that will have a packed arena when they're at their worst. There's no such thing unless those seats are filled by, corporate sponsored ships, right? Canucks seem to be still pretty sold out despite their misery. And Oilers really not getting anything going with the second unit here. A shot went off the post there from Kulak, or if the Oilers are just kicking your butts. I mean, the Oilers were they had intentions with this game. Still in the Predators zone here. Final seconds, a chance maybe for Kulak. He's gonna pass up the opportunity to shoot, and a chance at the side of the net. And I think Lincoln actually got a piece of that from Adam Ernie. Yeah, I mean, I would say that the Bruins, yeah, they're still pretty loyal, but I mean, it's kind of hard for me to really weigh in on that because as long as I've been a fan of the NHL, the Bruins have always been so good. So I can't say that they're particularly the most loyal because I don't really have a chance to gauge that. But yeah, I would generally think that Canadian teams for the most part, right? But then again, it's like again, how many professional sports teams are you able to support where you live if you're in Canada, right? So it's kind of like you don't have that many options for teams to cheer for around you. Flyers, they still have yeah, they've had pretty good attendance, I think, despite their their shortcomings. But there were times when the Penguins almost left Pittsburgh. So I think it comes and goes for just about everybody. PWC guy says yes, because the Oilers are kicking ass. Florida, I love the Florida Panthers fans who are here, but again, like look at that arena for over a decade before then, right? So Like, they're the real ones, right? Same thing with the Sharks. You can't tell me there aren't, you know, a multitude of Sharks fans are going through hell and back again and are sticking around because there are, but they're just not the ones who are going to afford $150 to go to the game, right? It's the third period, yes. Um, Blue Jackets. Hey, yeah, stupid seal. I heard the Blue Jackets were selling out lots of games last year, despite the state of things. Drysaitel. Oh, nice glove, nifty save there from Lankinen. Do I own hockey cards? Yeah, but like I'm not really much of a collector myself, so I don't have like any. I might have like a card or two that I'm happy to show off, but not like anything that's worth anywhere near $50 even. I don't think. Uh, what about the Canucks? Flyers. Well, Flyers got to win a shutout too. Carter Hart getting it done with Couturier getting back on the board. Good to see him healthy for a change. hmm Ottawa, sure. Canucks looked lousy today. Oh well, you know what? I think we can give them one, right? After what they did in their first two games, scoring 12 goals and beating a division rival there. You know what? When I make my like I said, guys, I'm gonna get really into rivalries for future videos. It's been so long since I uploaded, right? It feels like it. Because I've really been sinking a lot more time than usual into this next video. Or shoot, this could be like 20 videos that I make out of this. I kid you not. Um, the Canucks was a real fun one to talk about when it came to rivalries because it's there's definitely a rivalry there that's obvious, but there were one or two other ones that I wanted to touch on that I was surprised to see that the fans are still very irate about. Anyway, Vancouver's going to be great. I mean, yeah, they look anything like they did under Rick Tocchet last year. They have a very good chance at least at a wild card. Uh, Canes need to bring back their look from 07 to 13. Not the candy canes though, right? Uh, the Oilers fan reactions at uh, um, you can't get over the loss. Oh, as a Canucks fan, I think you're saying. Canucks fans still don't like Boston. Exactly, dude. Exactly. So I went through the Reddit forums. Oh, a chance 2-on-1. Oh my gosh, an empty net there from Sissons. How did he not bury that? And yeah, you're right. Because chance at the side? No. Sure would almost had a chance to bang home a rebound. Little snake bit on that position there. The Predators were. Get to about 7 minutes left here. But yeah, that's what I discovered, Theo. Since you don't really have a big rival right now, historically it's Calgary, right? But like, which team do Canucks fans hate the most right now? You answered it. So I'll talk about that. What about Arizona? Actually, no. I looked that was a little, I had to be a little creative there, but no, it's not the Knights. Of course, geographically, that's the closest team, but they haven't really had any nastiness in their game so much. And playoffs really are going to be a big force here. So Arizona, who do I have? And not Winnipeg either. That's just kind of like wishful thinking. I got Colorado for historic. They've had a long time. They've had a great just gamut of competitions, whether that's regular season more so than playoffs even. Uh, their current rival, again, that was I had to be very creative there. It would surprise you, but it would make a little sense. And if you ask them which team do they hate the most, the Coyotes fans, it's without question the Kings. Because 2012 was their standout playoff run. They went all the way to the conference final, and that's where they suffered real heartbreak in the postseason. They had beef with themselves. It's funny. Um, the ultimate underdogs. I mean, Are you looking at right now, or are you looking at, historically? Talk about underdogs, the Predators, when they're dogs, they are a super good team. Who's going to the playoffs? I'm not gonna pull any punches from my season predictions. Just 3 or 4 games into the season, that's way too small of a sample size. So, I'll just default back to my season predictions for that for now. But once we get about, 25 games into the season, maybe that's too big of a leap, but that's when I think I can start to kind of reform some predictions. You know, something, a key injury to a player early on can really kind of crush your spirits, unfortunately. Like Brandon Tanev being out for the Kraken, it's a loss, but they can bounce back from that, I think. Yeah, yeah. So we've got Avalanche and Kraken. We've got Stars and Knights. Those are gonna be those should be fun games to watch. Kraken needs some goals though, man. And we got Sharks and Hurricanes. A weird one with the Predators. Yeah, I see. You read my mind. That's exactly what I'm planning to feature. When they added a shoulder yoke to the original jerseys. What? Why did I not know that? '07. So you're saying the Reebok Edge era. Let's take a look at that. Oh, you're saying because they had the outline. That the shoulder yoke is the same color, it's just the outline. Okay. Yeah. I got no beef with that. That's fine. Sharks 7-0. Xander, if the Sharks put 7 in the net tonight, we're getting you a Twisted Wrister hockey t-shirt. No, it's not a yolk, it's a yoke. I've also heard it called a plea. A plea, not like a plea bargain, but a PL double E. Jay-Z, if the Sharks get 7, you get a Twisted Wrister shirt. Uh, Screenshot this. Nashville's biggest rival. Yes. Who do I have for Nashville? You guys gotta still when I make these videos though, please do watch them though, right? Because we gotta talk about why I made those picks in the first place. Predators, historically, Blackhawks. Blackhawks. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Current rival is Dallas. Even though they don't have the biggest postseason history, it's been more recently, right, with like the Winter Classic and what happened there with Corey Perry and Ryan Ellis. Um, and then my honorable mention of the Preds have faced, I think, the Red Wings a fair amount in the postseason as well. Yeah, for right now, yeah, Stars right now. But you can make arguments for other teams. St. Louis, right? Oh yeah, my player of the game. I mean, I would give a nod to the Oilers' defense for keeping the quality of chances uh, at a simmer for Jack Campbell, but he's been very sharp tonight. So it's like Campbell, but you got to give credit to his defense for again, even though they're surrendering a lot of shots, the quality of shots have not been all that great. I would argue. But yeah, 39 saves on 40 shots for Soupy. When will these rivalry videos come out? Man, I'd love to start uploading them this weekend. But yeah, the first one has to be a very comprehensive overview, which that's going to be about that's going to be a couple days just of editing, and I'm still not done with my research because I gotta spend a couple days just with highlights on this. My team traditions video was an ambitious project, and I loved how it turned out, and it got good views. So I want to make sure that I can you know produce something to that quality again. What rivalry videos? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. All right, we're getting to under 4 minutes left. I know I've kind of stopped calling play by play here. I don't think anybody's too upset about that. But yeah, the Preds here. It's been a really quiet arena, and yeah, the lower bowl. I saw some empty seats to start this game, which it has been uncharacteristic of Bridgestone Arena. based on what I've seen before. But man, it is thinning out quite a bit there in downtown Nashville. I remember a rivalry that you have, Anaheim. Yeah, I mean, that was a good one too in the 2010s. Didn't quite make my list, but yeah, if somebody said, "Hey, no, no, don't forget Anaheim," I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, that was a good one." Because Anaheim, I mean, it's been a long time since they were really had a fierce hatred with any other team except for maybe the Kings. Not even the Sharks, it's been a few years. Yeah, I'd hate being at this game too. It's one of those ones where you probably play a drinking game. Every time you cough up the puck in the neutral zone, the other team generates a chance the other way, you drink. Draisaitl became the Oilers' historical leader in power play goals. Wow. Congratulations to him. I mean, shoot, as long as he stays under contract, he could have that record for the rest of his career or for the rest of Oilers history. You had hope. Well, I mean, in the second period, like I said, they scored the power play goal and they were building a little bit of momentum off of that too. And then the Oilers had a power play of their own, and it's Draisaitl, right? Just Mr. Automatic on the power play. Yeah, NHL traditions. I mean, shoot, there were like I got enough comments about all sorts of other traditions. I could make a follow-up to that video, honestly. Or or just talk about traditions, that aren't necessarily specific to one team, like playoff beards. That was started by the Islanders, but that's a league-wide tradition. Spending a day with the Stanley Cup, that's a New Jersey Devils tradition that was started by the Devils. Oh, chance in front off a turnover there for Cole Smith, but that ramped off Campbell and out of play. Uh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There is Cheyenne. Yeah, just search up NHL traditions, and I hope you find my video. If you want a link, I can give you that too. But yeah, I released that just about I don't know, not even 2 months ago. That was one of my favorite ones to produce. I've been meaning to do that one forever. But yeah, OG pants, shoulder patch, keep it to the storm flag. I mean, like I'm a more of a visual person, Aaron, but I don't have any gripes with what you're talking about here. Arizona adopting the Winnipeg whiteout. Yeah, that is pretty cool, right? Speaking of Arizona, good luck to the Diamondbacks. They're playing in the NLCS right now against the Phillies, and I thank them sincerely from the bottom of my heart for not only beating the Dodgers but embarrassing the Dodgers in the playoffs. Nice fan, but yeah, Phillies are coming out to. Oh wait, the Phillies are going to take a 2-0 series lead. So we'll see what happens, but yeah. Oh, the mullets at Mullet Arena. Yeah, yeah, you gotta love that too. Having yolks on all 3 of the main uniforms would be more connected. Yeah, that's one thing with the Hurricanes, man. They don't make up their mind with, like, having a uniform brand so much, which it's entertaining, it's playful, but it's kinda like, "Well, make up your mind already," you know? I like when you have a distinct look that you can keep for a number of years that obviously people like, you know? The Oilers, they should never, ever change their home and away jerseys. They should always be the royal blue and orange. Although that navy look with the copper in the '90s and before Reebok, that actually looked really good too, but I think that this is their signature look. It should never change. Well, anyway, we'll get to under 2 minutes here. And, oh, chance at the net there for Sherwood. Good stick lift by Ryan. Hellebuck's not having a good start to his year. Yeah, must have been, had that big fat paycheck he collected, huh? All right, Janmark. And now Ryan, he's gonna just cycle this deep. Back to Janmark. And now Holloway trying to keep things alive. Still 6-1. Yep, yep. Oh boy, here comes. Oh, McLeod trying to find somebody out front in the slot. Now scooped up here by Evangelista. Kept alive here by Connor Brown as we get to 1 minute left here in the game. 1 minute. Uh Arizona Kachina. Yeah, I don't know. I have my gripes, but it's also so unique. You can't break it up. I just wish that the whole Kachina look. I just wish that they had that in a uniform color scheme with the burgundy, the off white, maybe some black. So basically, taking the colors from earlier in the Reebok or like Reebok Adidas era, taking those colors and applying them to that Kachina look. That looks much better than all these like the 14 different colors they've used since then. But I gotta say that Reverse Retro 2.0, even though it's very different from a coloring perspective, they really nailed it. It looked beautiful. All right. Well, anyway, final seconds, a shot just wide of Campbell. And the Oilers have their first regular season win, and they do so in convincing fashion by putting up 2 goals for Draisaitl as he becomes the Oilers' all-time leader in power play goals. McJesus gets one of his own, as does Nugent Hopkins, Fogle, and Hyman, as the Oilers go to 1-2, and the Predators, I believe, now are 1-3. Thank God it's over. Yeah, I know. Cortana's telling me the same thing right now too. She's just trying to get all the attention in the world, and she'll get some attention. Dog is giving me the cute look. Yeah, yeah, I know. She's such a good girl, isn't she? Actually, let's take Cortana here. Let's give you a full screen of Cortana. But yeah, we've got ourselves a. Well, I'll pick her up and show her on camera in a second here. But congrats to the Oilers. Um, we'll see if they can actually keep this up. Yeah, that is the final here. She's a good girl. Thank you. Yeah, she's here. Let's get Cortana full screen here. Just a second. Uh, here we go, girl. Ready? Can you help me out? Okay. Okay. Hold on, boo boo. Girl, girl. Let me show you off. Let me show you off. Thank you. Oh, there's the victory for the Oilers fans out there. Here's the victory puppy. There she is. There's a good girl. Yeah, she doesn't like this very much. Oh, sorry, girl. You're a good girl, though. All right, there she is. Is that the Oilers' first win? Yeah, yeah. The Oilers are in the dub column. You have to play them in another 2.5 weeks. Yeah, you got some work to do going forward, don't you? But like, put me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She doesn't like it all that much. But hey, she's been a very good girl. Let's give her another treat, huh? The Preds have to play the Oilers again. Yeah, so they're not in the same division, but they're in the same conference. So, if you don't know, you have to play every team in your conference either 3 times or 4 times. You play them 4 times if they're in the same division as you, but if in there are 2 divisions in one conference, so you got, the Preds are in the Central Division, the Oilers are in the Pacific Division. So, those opponents have to play each other 3 times out of the year. What are her favorite words? Treat and probably squirrel too. Yeah. Yep, yep. Or if I say the name of my dad, she'll freak out because we live out of state now. But yeah, she goes just bonkers when she sees my dad. Oh, thanks, Riley. But yeah, how how Cortana would react? I mean, she loves any person, so I'm sure that she would love meeting meeting Asuka. But yeah, Canes and Sharks about to start. Go Canes. Go Burns. Go Brent Burns. He's the one I'm cheering for the most this evening. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me here. I've got a pork shoulder in the slow cooker, and I've got some more hockey to watch with Cortana here on the couch. So yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with me this evening. Um, and hopefully I can get to those rivalry videos soon. Just before you go, if you can ding that thumbs up, that always helps. And treat, truck, ride, and walk. Oh, truck. That's a fun one. Oh, truck ride. Okay. and walk. Yeah, Cortana doesn't like walk. She doesn't like walks for whatever reason. But when we go on hikes, a lot of the time, um, I actually take her off leash. She's not perfect off leash, but she's as good as you get for the most part. All I gotta do is whistle, and she comes back because she gets a treat every time I do that. All right, guys, have a great evening, and see you hopefully soon enough for another one. We might do this on the weekend, so, keep your ear to the ground, and, yeah, more stuff, more content, more good stuff to come. Good night, everybody. Au revoir.